from Vendarge's coast all the way to the coastline of Sorhos, and now they're in the midst of traveling a 2-week adventure through Sorhos' wastelands in order to acquire intel at a location called Bazahan, with unknown potential information to be gathered there. And where we left off was they are at the tail end. They just finished hitting the Emerald Caravan, came across a Moorbrown rider, helped them out, was rewarded for their efforts, and they are just at the precipice of getting to where they're going to see Bazahan. They come across this giant four-armed ape in the creature of sorts that has been seemingly slain with a bunch of corpses all over, mostly humans, and there's a bird-like creature hovering around, kind of monitoring this beast, and the adventurers are at a decision of just try to ride Birth and avoid it, or potentially claim a dagger that belonged to a family that is known to the group through their interactions with the rival adventuring party. And that's where we actually are going to be starting off, which is you just discovered that on the back of this creature there is a dagger, and you guys are delving into whether or not to go gather it or to leave it be and just call it a day.
Now, on this creature, like, where is the dagger? We know it's stuck into it. Like, is it ground level? Is it like 20 feet up on top of it?
It's on the back of it, so it'd be a bit of a climb. Like it's a thick beast, but it's not like think of like a really big silverback gorilla. Like it's there. Let me actually pull up the full description of what they are, so I can give you accurate. So I don't want to be inaccurate with the description here. But it is a tall beast, but it's not a. So here it is. Oh wow, they don't actually describe. It's classified as a gargantuan fiend, so creature. So very big, but like on the ground, I would say like you could probably climb over onto the back with minimal effort. Like it's a bit up there, probably like 3 to 4 feet climb over the body, but it's more tall than and like wide than. But on its stomach, it's not as massive, if that makes sense. Like its size is mostly in its height and its like thick forearms.
Mhm. And we can tell this thing is dead, or
It has a bunch of spears and arrows, and it's personally on fire. It looks pretty dead. Um, you notice the bird creature? I'll say that only Nina would be able to spot that it's more than a bird. For everybody else, you just think it might be like a vulture flying over. You can't really make out what it is, besides the really like not terrifying, but unusual squeaks it's making, like squeals of squawking or however word type of sound that a bird would normally make. It sounds a little off-putting, but it's not terrifying to you guys. It's just off-putting.
Has Nina warned us about this thing there, or do we just think it's a big bird?
Nina would 100% warn them.
And what the description Nina would be giving you is that it's a wind creature that has like arm, like more of a skinny arm, like it's weird, like it's a weird, it looks like a bird but very skinny and has arms instead of wing, like it's very terrifying of a description, because when you think of a bird, you think of like the hawks and eagles, and but then as soon as they start describing after talking about the beak and stuff, these elongated arms that have these claws on them, and even Nina can't fully make out like all the details. They mostly just see this elongated like arms that at first you think is like four-legged creature, but you think that based on it, the way it's holding its body that you can surmise that it might have arms and not just legs.
Is this thing perched on the body? Is it just
It's
flying
flying
around?
like 300 feet in the air, so like it's hard to spot, and it's because Nina's high perception is why they can even a chance to see these detail. But it's 300 feet up in the air circling around it. So like I will say you hear the noise, and until Nina says look up, you probably wouldn't even notice it right away. You probably would have just heard the noise.
Do we have any way? I think the last question we asked last time, we asked the group before we decided to end it. I asked, do we have any way to magically conceal me? Because I can rush in, get the dagger, and get out. I'm the fastest.
Vesper will reach out and use the pendant to cast invisibility.
And it can be used to target a creature, correct? It's not just on self. Okay.
Correct.
So for everybody except for Vesper, all of a sudden Orion, there's like you see on Orion's body like a glow, like a mixture of silver and gold, kind of waves of energy kind of pulsate throughout their body before slowly parts of their body just begins to kind of merge with the surroundings as they become invisible to the eye. But Vesper, you can still see Orion clear as day, except with this aura around them, and like that gives off a faint glow to you. But you can see still Orion, apart besides everybody else who sees them as invisible.
How long does this last? I say in character.
Vesper would not know exactly. Like they would have a feeling it lasts. I would say because you have Arcanic, you would be aware of the time actually. So go ahead.
So it would last. So it's just the invisibility spell.
Yeah,
so...
that's why I say you have Arcanic knowledge, so you actually would be aware of it.
Yeah, so that is 1 hour.
Yeah.
As long as I can maintain concentration.
Alright, I'm going to try to retrieve it and come back. I'm going to slowly begin to walk towards the ape.
Okay.
I'm ready to bolt if I need to, but I don't want to, like, kick up Dust Devil, so I'm going to slowly make my way towards it.
So you're going to attempt to be stealthy about it?
Yes, and I am proficient in stealth.
Okay, roll with advantage for stealth. As you are invisible, so those who can't see you will not be able to spot you as easily.
I have a 19.
At best a 19. So you feel confident, you know, you're avoiding the bodies, trying to be both respectful and also making sure it doesn't make any noise as you carefully kind of look for spots that doesn't have any broken twigs or anything that you know can reveal your position as you walk closer and closer towards the beast. And with your, I think it's like 70 feet of movement, correct?
75.
75. You can make your way towards the beast in no time. Now you get to this beast and you notice that even with your height, you still have to, the bit of climbing might have to happen in order for you to actually get to the dagger, because it's kind of like in the center of the back and it's kind of like a little awkward, and so you're gonna have to climb over it. How do you do that?
Well,
Be careful with your wording.
Well, mechanics-wise, I'd use athletics. There's limbs and stuff on the ground. I would probably try to find that limb I could use as a ramp and just like walk up the body if I could.
And I have a question. How careful are you being?
If she says I have an hour, then I'm going as slow as I need to, because I know if this thing actually can see through invisibility or not, which I don't know. If it can, I know I can bolt back to the group like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I can play this as slow as I need to be.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna have to do something
How much would Nina know about these things?
about the bird-like creature. Um,
Yeah.
roll a history check for me, and I can have somebody roll for you, but like I need a history check.
Okay. I can't even pull up my Kyoto sheet right now, so
Mm-hmm.
I really but yeah, someone roll for me, I guess.
I can roll. I don't know what your stats are, but
I
I
don't
can
care
roll.
who.
I can
Someone.
tell you right now. I'm pulling you up now.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
I rolled a
so
15, so 15 plus whatever her
I don't know if they have.
modifier is.
I
I
history is +2, so there's 17. So the things that you would know about the closet, or not the closet, the frock is what it's called, is that they are magically resistant to a lot of things, as many stories have been told about Venturers going after them, and many wizards and mage and other mages of sorts fall into victim, thinking that they were superior. You also know that the creature is fast, hits hard, and is even known to be toxic if not careful. As you have
okay.
spent your time in the regions where this creature does exist, and this is why your history could know these things.
Yeah. I don't know if it's too late to say this, but like I think Nina would have given that information before like he really went out to the creature,
Mm-hmm.
if not as he was walking that way, you know.
Yeah, and you can just
Okay,
shoot it
and
to me
what's your
telepathically, so you don't have
Yeah,
to yell it,
exactly.
right?
perception?
Yeah, exactly.
14.
So
Okay.
it works out.
Okay. I made my rolls. I need you to do one more stealth roll. A flat roll for this one, as this is at this point, it's trying to not make it obvious the movement of the fur being moved and other objects on his body. So it's less about your visual aspect, and it's more it's spotting movement in general. That's why it's a straight roll.
Well, I just rolled a natural 1, so total of 5.
Okay. So first thing the thing is as you are climbing through onto the arm, what you didn't notice because they rolled high enough is these weird creatures. These tiny little creatures seem to come out from the darkness and take swipes at Orion as they awkwardly try to climb onto this thing. And so what you see is um, these centipede-looking creatures come taking out and trying to take a basically a bite at you.
Like they see Orion or
Um, yeah, so yeah, they were hidden underneath the creature, and they rolled high enough stealth. Um, so yeah, they're coming out and they're able to take a strike at Orion. So this is to roll to see if they hit. So that's
I'm just asking if they see through the invisibility, because Orion should still be invisible.
yeah. So there's disadvantage. So I just rolled for one of them, and they miss. What's your AC?
18.
18? Okay, so that one also misses because that was a 16. And yeah, so they all miss as all of a sudden, like, and your peripheral, as you're climbing, you just see these centipede creatures just come and go for a bit with their pincers to go trying to clomp onto your hooves, but you're able to avoid that. However, that movement does spark the creature flying above. Now, I'll give you an opportunity. you notice the creatures come at you, you know that that is a sign that you probably might be spotted by the creature. Do you do anything to try to not be spotted further? Like standing still? Do you jump off? Do you just go for it? What are you doing in this moment?
How far away is the knife from me right now?
I would say just roll a athletics. I'll give you advantage because you are this is easy thing to do for you, and also you're able to use your horse-like features to make it a lot more simple. It's almost like you're getting a help action through yourself because of your horse features.
And that's a good thing, because I rolled a natural 1 and a 16. So I'll take the 16 for a
Okay, so
total of a
you're able to
24.
get onto the back. Now you don't have locate object. There's multiple blades in the back. So I need you to, so
I thought we specifically saw the thing we were looking for.
Nina saw it. Nina used locate object to spot it. She said, "Hey, it's on the back." So that there's that dagger. So there are multiple blades, but because Nina used locate object and described the dagger to you, it takes you a few moments, but you're able to spot it. Do you go for it, or do you know that it might be too risky with a bird because you hear the squawk of it at this point?
Is it actually swooping in on me?
You're focused on that dagger right now. You can look up.
I will look up because I've changed places. So if I look up and it's still diving at me, I know it's on me. Otherwise, it might be trying to pick a centipede off.
Okay. Roll a quick perception check then. Just to see if you can spot.
19.
19? You can tell that it's coming down towards the Udak. You feel confident that it's most likely going for the thing it can see and not you, but you don't know if it might accidentally hit you still, but it's definitely not targeting you.
All right, then I will kind of step away from it slowly with my spear and my shield up, like just kind of put some distance between me and the centipedes.
Okay. I'll give the opportunity for the rest of the group. You see all of a sudden, as it comes swarming down, coming towards the creature. You don't see the centipedes from your distance, but you do see the bird dive bombing, and you know Orion was heading there. What do you guys do? As I'll say that you are taking essentially the dodge action, readying your shield and stuff, in case of
That's about
attacks.
right.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys do in this moment? You have one action you can do as it's dive bombing, as it's coming in quick. You actually technically have a few rounds technically, actually. So if you want to roll initiative, initiative is what we're gonna do actually, because it's 300 feet up in the air. You do have a few rounds of choices.
You want me to roll for you, Nina?
There you go.
I need to get the other creatures, which I accidentally, because my brain is dumb.
I'm gonna roll for Nina.
This die only wants high and low. I rolled a 19. So far, every roll has been 15 or higher, or it's been a 1.
Okay, don't know if it updated. Yeah, it's not updated, but
I don't know what Nina's initiative is.
I'm not able to roll if someone can.
Yeah, that's what's
roll for
happening.
me, please.
I already got you,
Okay.
Chica.
Yeah, I'll just have Nina's thing, because at this point, all your perceptions are kind of either really good or really bad. They have a +1 to initiative.
Okay, so she got a 10.
Okay.
And then
They got
if Nina
10.
can only do one thing, she would probably cast spiritual weapon. So
Okay. So what was Orion's?
Total of 21, and my dex
21,
is plus
okay.
2 if we tie.
Okay, and Jacqueline, what did you get?
21. My dex is.
Damn.
No, what's your total
plus-
dex score? Like, what's your
My total dex score 13.
13? Okay. And what was yours, Orion?
14.
Okay, so then Orion definitely goes first. And what was Vesper's?
22.
22. So Vesper gets to actually go first. Now let me roll for the creatures.
Yep.
Okay. So
Am I supposed to see the initiative rolls for them?
yeah,
We saw those.
yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. I already said the names. You
Okay.
still know the features that they have, so it is what it is. But yeah, okay. So you guys are currently. Let me get switched to the music. There we go. Alright, so Vesper, you see all of a sudden sweeping in. I'll say that the creature is now, with their first turn, about 240 feet in the air, dive bombing the Udok. Actually, I'll say this is the first instance, so they only got their first movement. They didn't get to dash because this isn't in the first round.
Okay. Well, she's gonna draw. Excuse me, her pepper box.
Okay. And to give you an idea, you are roughly 40 feet away from the Udok, from where you guys are. As you guys come kind of hiding behind the tree line, avoiding the gaze of the creature, I need to move Orion. And I'll say, Orion, you step back a bit. Roughly about there, you'd say, is probably where you step back, or would you be a little bit further?
Nah, that looks fine.
Okay. And, oh yeah, you are technically invisible at the moment.
Okay.
So what is Vesper doing in this moment?
So she's gonna take a shot with her pepper box.
Okay, what's the range of Pepper Box?
80 feet.
So where are you aiming at?
Oh, that's right. It's 240 feet in the air.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's dive bombing, but it's 240 feet. And I would say because it started dive bombing, it's probably more akin to like kind of like that trajectory, as it's coming straight down instead of it's circling. It's going straight down.
Okay. I'm retcon that.
Mhm.
And I am going to.
Because you haven't fixed bad news yet, correct? Or was it bad news that was broken, or was it the Pepper Box that was broken? If I remember correctly, wasn't bad news damage in a previous fight?
I think it was the pepper box.
That's right. Pepper box was broken.
I thought you bought a bunch of equipment at the camp to fix it, or though.
She did. She
Yeah.
brought the gunpowder to build the bullets. You never said that you were
I never
fixing it.
repaired the
Yeah, you never
pepper
said you were gonna
box.
repair it. You didn't choose that. I'll be lenient and say roll an intelligence check real quick to see if Vesper in the moment of that would think to repair it or was too distracted during the night previously at the caravan. I'll actually give you an opportunity if you roll high enough.
13.
This is really simple.
Yeah.
This is really random. But I still had Celeste muted from when the one weekend.
Oh, so you didn't hear what they said?
And no, I haven't this entire
It's
time.
fine. It's
That
fine.
explains why I was being ignored.
I thought you were typing, but I can't like go into the chat to like see what you were typing. So I was just like, okay.
How dare you?
The audacity. The
That doesn't make a lot
audacity
of
you
sense because
have.
she's like, "I'll roll initiative for you." You're like, "Well, I can't roll dice. Can someone roll initiative for me?"
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And like I'm sitting here and I was just like, man, I really wish I could see what Celeste was saying. And then I'm like, but then like it sounds like you guys were talking back and forth. I was like, wait, hold on. So hold on.
Okay, so yeah, so the DC was
Oh my god.
So the DC was 14.
Yeah, and I just missed it.
So you just missed it. So unfortunately, the Pepper Rock's still unprepared. But that's
so
fine.
Can we retcon and I pull out bad news instead?
Yeah, you could say you pull out bad news. I'll say that in preparation for maybe shit going out, you already have bad news out. I'll say that Vesper is smart enough to realize that things could go sideways. You probably are playing like Overwatch. I'll say you had bad news already out, even though you didn't say it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be lenient there because in character, Vesper would have bad news out at this point. She's not completely dumb.
So technically, it's still, even with bad news, would still be out of my range. However, I'm going
Well,
to
what's the
use...
maximum for bad news?
So bad news has a range of 200 with at disadvantage up to 800.
So yeah, you can roll with disadvantage.
However, I am going to use a grit point to use Deadeye Shot,
Okay.
giving me advantage, thus giving me a straight roll.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, good thing I did that. That is a 20 something.
Unfortunately, that
24?
misses. No, it does hit.
I was about to be real mad. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Excuse me, it's 25. Yes.
Oh no, unfortunately now you miss. Unfortunately, you know, you hit you too accurate. You miss it.
Okay, so that's 2d12. I didn't sort my dice yet. There's a d12. There we go. Okay, 2d12 plus 4. So that's gonna be 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus.
So important question. Bad news is not an arcanic firearm, correct?
No.
Okay.
It's not technically considered a magical weapon, no.
Okay, so 17 damage plus what?
Plus a d8 explosive damage, so it's fire damage. Yeah, fire damage.
Okay, tell me.
D8. And that's a 4.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
It has to do a dexterity saving throw first. Sorry.
Oh, it's a
my
dex
bad.
save. Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's flying down really rapidly. And this is like an explosion that happens. Would you say that's an immediate explosion at the hit, or it's like a delay?
No, I would say it's immediate.
Immediate? Okay. I figured as much. I wanted you to make sure that for your weapon, it's accurate. I will warn you. It has a +5 on the disc dex. What was the DC for it?
8 plus 16.
16. It had a +5, and you needed me to get a 10 or lower. I rolled a 12, so unfortunately, it does not take the fire damage.
That's fine.
But I will say, Nina, you're the one who can see this because of your perception. You notice it shrugs off that impact and doesn't even seem to care as it's diving into the trajectory, and you get the sense that maybe that bullet didn't do as much as you thought it would, considering you saw it hit square in its like gut, yet it seemed to be indifferent about it.
I relay the information.
All right.
Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
It didn't seem to take any damage, or just like
It didn't.
took less?
It's shrugged. It's like you. It's shrugged. It's like Orion shrugging off damage. I would say. Like it wasn't as effective. Is what I'm saying.
So what you can say is Nina's not going to heal it.
What?
I'm so confused.
Because after every fight where I take a ton of damage, she runs around healing the
Oh.
NPCs while I get my wounds.
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so that is there anything you can do? You have a bonus action still.
No.
Remember
no,
the
I'm
rule
gonna
we
go
have.
ahead. It takes an action to reload.
Or if
Bad
you
news.
start about bonus action, next turn bonus action to finish the reload.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then I will go ahead and initiate the process of reloading. Bad news.
Okay.
And
Do you want to describe how it looks, by the way? You never did.
Bad news.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Bad news. So I'm sure that your characters would have seen what a blunderbuss is. Like, those are not entirely uncommon because they are a cheaper, easier version of this firearm. What Vesper is holding and what she's firing is a highly advanced, highly technical, very large rifle-like firearm. This thing is almost as tall as she is. The best way to think of it is essentially a sniper rifle. It is beautifully engraved and decorated with gold, and there's maybe a gemstone or two here and there. She probably took off most of the gemstones thinking it gets stolen. But she left the ones that signify her mother and her father on it. It's as tall as she is. Just put it that way. So it's how tall did I make her? I forgot.
I think you said like 5'5" or something like that.
5 foot.
5 foot? Okay.
Yeah. This thing, like, she has to carry it in the bag of holding, or else it's really awkward to carry.
It even looks awkward like at first when you pull it out, but then like as soon as you go into the stance to fire it, it's all of a sudden like a complete shift in
9 times out of 10 when she's firing it, she is kneeling so that she can like really brace herself, because when it goes off, it causes her to like lunge backwards a little bit.
Just kick back.
So it's the assumption that this is very loud too, right?
It's
Yes.
loud. So
Yeah, it's very, very loud.
Okay.
which we're gonna get to that in a second here.
Yeah.
So for everybody, you all characters would know blunderbuss. At this point in age, like firearms, gunpowder, it is not necessarily super common, but it's heard of like soldiers using them. When you were on the pirate ship, you might have seen a few muskets, or blunderbuss. Like, so they're around. It's just, but they're not like mainstream. It's not like every household has a firearm situation. But you would all know what a blunderbuss is, and this would look a lot more intricate, like, because like the bad news is more steampunky than a blunderbuss. But you would be aware of what a blunderbuss is, so you can surmise what this gun is. But anyways, how does it reload? Was the original question.
I imagine it kind of like a bolt action, but the thing is she has to pull up the bolt, pull it back, and then she has to take an individual bullet because it only holds one bullet at a time. And
So
she
like an
has
elephant
to
gun,
slide
right?
that back into the barrel before slamming the bolt back into place.
Okay, so I'll say in your bonus action, you get to like popping off the flask cartridge, and like you're in the process of pulling out the actual like bullet to put it in, and so you stop there for your bonus action.
So to better explain it, when she pops up the bolt action part of it, it automatically ejects itself.
Oh, okay. So then you're just in the
'Cause that
process of
iron's gonna
opening
be-
the
that shit's
chamber
gonna
then.
yeah, that shit's gonna be hot. You don't want to touch that.
Okay, so correction then. You're pulling out. You're basically you popped it out and you're in the preparation to like. You're preparing it to put in the bullet then in this bonus
Yes.
action. Your next turn
Yeah.
is putting the bullet in. All right. Orion, it is your turn. You see this creature take a hit, and it's still dive bombing at this moment towards the beast. You're a little bit away from it. You can surmise that it looks like it's going after what look like centipedes at you. And it's coming in fast.
All right,
You're
but it's
still
it's still a long way away, though. I'm going
Yes.
to. Are there more centipedes coming out from beneath it, or just the
I'll
three
say
that I've seen?
You see 3, and you feel confident based on the fact that you didn't see any other movement, that for the time being, it looks like there might be only 3.
I'm going to pick a different limb and just try to get back up on it. Just ramp my way up onto it.
Okay, so I'll say, so they're around this forearm, so you would probably like walk like maybe towards the head to climb it to get away from that arm, or would you go all the way to the opposite side to the other limb?
Maybe move around to the south and climb up like a leg.
Okay, so you're gonna be like kind of like, well, so one of the creatures is right here.
Then maybe move to the other leg then.
Okay,
Those
so
things are hard to see.
yeah, well, you can see if chaotic zooms in.
Oh, I didn't even see they were on the map.
Yeah, they're on the map.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
They're tiny. Like I said, they're tiny little centipedes.
Oh god, zooming in on this thing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get
Oh,
to see how
no.
terrifying it looks. But yeah, okay, so okay, you use your movement. You have plenty of movement. You can get around there.
All right,
I'll
I'm
say-
gonna get up the back leg onto
Mhm.
its back and see if I can make my way towards the knife.
No, oh, well, actually, so you were right here. That would be so. That would be half movement. Would you say that you were trying to be stealthy about it, or would you have been at this point being kind of more brazen about it, thinking that you have the opportunity to it be distracted?
I'm still gonna be stealthy for the centipedes, but even like on a half move, I'm moving 35 feet.
Yeah,
And if
so
I double
you've
move,
moved.
it's 70 foot.
Yeah, so currently you moved roughly, I'll say like 20 feet. So you have about 15
Alright.
movement before a dash.
Okay, so move me up onto its leg or its back, however far I get for the next 15 feet.
Okay. I would say you could comfortably, and I'm not even gonna have you roll text on this. At this point, you got because you got accustomed to its fur the first time you climbed it, and you were able to figure out how to maneuver it. So I'm not gonna have you roll, at this moment. But you're able to get onto its hind leg, and you're kind of at the ass of this creature.
And how far away is the dagger from where I am right now?
About 10 feet. So you can't reach for it at the moment.
All right, then I'm going to take this move, and I'm just going to take effectively the dodge action. I'm just standing with my shield up in case it seals me or more centipedes emerge.
Okay. Sure. So you're good. You're staying there.
All right, I'm
Taking
going
a
to
dodge
use the restroom real
action.
quick.
Yeah, so you're currently dodging. Jacqueline, what are you doing? As all of a sudden your ears get
Okay.
blown out as the bad news gets right next to you, goes as you see this thing dive bombing. None of you see Orion except for Vesper. Only Vesper knows where they are currently and sees them on the back. But for all you guys know, that creature is dive bombing right onto Orion. You have no clue. You go in, they're dive bombing. What do you do? What's your action this turn?
Okay. I think.
And you're currently
What
on a
I'll do-
horse, by the way.
Oh, I'm still on the horse, huh?
I mean, I doubt, unless you got off of it while like looking at stuff. I don't know. Would you say that you've gone off to kind of like take a gander, or would you say you'd still be on the horse? Because you never mentioned that you got off.
You know what? I'll probably still be on the horse. I'm assuming like my horse and the cart and the mule are all nearby. The three of us.
It's
here,
kind of like
right?
right off, like slightly off the map, you know.
Slightly off. Okay. Yeah. So.
You parked the cart before you got to the bodies.
Right. So yeah, I'd probably say like, the horse would be next to the cart then.
Okay, on foot then.
So retroactively.
You
But,
all of a sudden, bad news goes off. Squeaking of the squawking of the creature, come dive bombing onto this creature. What are you doing?
I will do a thing
Okay.
that I will hold an action.
Okay.
That if I see this creature start charging towards us because of Vesper,
Okay.
I will think I'll do what? I'm trying to decide if I want to hold an action or save one of my reactions.
Well, yeah, holding your
Like,
action
sa-
is your
save,
reaction,
like,
so...
well, no, I'm saying like save off of holding my action for a reaction. Okay. I will hold my action. That if this thing starts charging towards us, I will probably move like in front of Nina and Vesper, shield out and all that. That if it charges towards us, I'm gonna try to take the hit.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to, like, do? Or that's it?
Yeah, like take the hit and attack back
Do
at
you
it.
want to, like, move kind of in the front there to, like, or, like...
Yeah,
like, kind of
if
like
you
that?
can- Yeah, kind of like that. So I'm like,
In between
yeah, I'm kind of like a direct target.
Garden Vesper as they reload, as they are currently kind of compromised.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, like turn my head back to Vesper. You better reload that thing fast if that thing comes at us.
So here's the thing. Jacqueline brought up a good point. That is a loud gun. This is a bird of prey. It currently was seen a target, but it would have heard the loud kabon and took an impact. At the moment of impact, it didn't seem to notice in that moment, as this is all happening really, really fast. Vesper,
I'm back.
I need
Welcome
you to give me a roll. And this is a to see the likelihood of this creature maintaining its crashing course towards this creature, or it taking interest in the loud noise it heard.
What do I need to roll?
So I need you to roll me a d20.
Ooh, that did not. There we go. Ooh, my heart. That's a 7.
Okay,
Not much better than a 1, but
not much better,
I thought-
but I didn't say it was high or low for it to avoid you. Remember that.
okay.
Because this was a roll to see its perception check. Which, like you just said, was only a 7 plus its modifier. I'll say each
So it would have been better if it was a 1. Shit.
so it'd been better. It still doesn't immediately notice you.
Okay.
It's gonna continue its dive bomb. So it goes. So right now it goes. It came down from 300 feet, and this is just. You guys don't know the math. This is just above table, so you know the distance. But you see it's coming by fast. This time it's even faster, as it goes from 60 feet, or 240 feet, to 180 feet, to only 120 feet in one turn. As it's still dive bombing, and it's used its action and its bonus, or basically it's used its action and movement to dash in its turn. Nina, it's your turn. As you just saw Vesper, Jacqueline, ready in their shield, ready to anticipate a potential attack. You don't know where the fuck Orion is, but you hope that he's doing something. As you see this creature just coming down fast and hard on onto this creature, and you, knowing you're smart, you see the perception. You guessing that it's about to make land in the next moment.
So bonus action, spiritual weapon. I still can't.
Oh yeah, you
quite,
did say you had your spiritual weapon as your what's the range of spirit weapon? I forgot to add that on the field. That
So
was
I
my
can.
bad.
I can cast it 60 feet away, I believe.
So you can put it onto the
But I'm
creature.
okay. Yeah, then I would do that.
But like, where would you want it? I know you can't exactly see, but like, would you put it
Yeah.
like
I
what?
would.
Because you
I,
can't see where Orion is. You just see it come down. I would say I'll give you that you
mhm.
could probably see the centipedes coming out of the arms. I would give you that with your perception, because they're no longer being stealthy
Okay.
about it when they attacked.
Yeah. Um. I would put it. Okay, so I don't know if this is gonna make sense. It makes sense in my head currently, but that is also because I can't see the board. I would place it like kind of like in front of the board, but kind of like in front of
Like
like
at the,
between the board and where or Orion should be, if that makes sense.
well, again, you don't know where Orion is, but you're saying that you want it to
Yeah, but
basically
like it
be
will
in
like
striking distance for the bird.
yeah.
Okay, I'll place it right where you saw the centipedes come from. So I'd say you placed it like right here,
Okay.
because you're roughly thinking that's where
Okay.
they're gonna be. These weird centipede creatures
Yeah.
come out, and
Mm-hmm.
okay. Is there anything else you can do? That was your bonus action to summon spiritual weapon.
I also get a swing with it, or
Oh,
that's
actually
for
no.
my next.
That was your previous like. That was your instant like reaction was the spiritual weapon. So what is your actual turn?
Okay. Um. I guess like bonus action. Take a swing at.
The bird is still
Lord,
not
I don't know
in
what.
range of it.
Let me think about what the spiritual weapon looks
You
like.
can
Okay.
try to aim at the centipedes,
Um.
as you
Yeah.
can
Let's
hit
go
one.
ahead
You can hit. There's two
and do
centipedes to choice
that.
from. Actually, you can choose all three. You can hit any of them.
Okay. How I can't see the wood. Um.
You're in range with all of them. They're these tiny little centipedes.
Okay. I'll just hit one. Um. I'll hit the second one.
Okay, that's
You
the
can
middle
choose
one.
whatever one that is.
I'll just do. They're these top,
Okay.
middle, bottom, and say the
Um.
second one would be in the middle.
Okay. And then um. I'll just take a swing at that, I guess. And Celeste, can you roll for me, please?
Yeah,
As I'm still getting
So
ready.
so what? By the way, what I need to know what level where you spent spiritual weapon at the second level, or did you upcast it?
I think that's a.
Actually, I would say
I think
that
I.
a reaction. I would say you probably didn't upcast it because you're doing it quickly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that wouldn't have been like my reaction just yet, unless I knew something that like was super like powerful. Like I don't know. Unless I had a reason to like cast it max level, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 17 for you.
So that does
Okay.
that will hit because it's a +6 on top of that.
Mhm.
So yeah, you definitely
And
hit the
I.
centipede.
Okay.
Oops.
And I don't know the damage dice off the top of my head either.
It
I'm a
is
horrible
a
cleric.
D8
I'm sorry.
+4. It's a D8 +4.
Oh, I guess I can use like Google. Dice roll. Sure. And then at the 8. 10 damage.
How much?
It's. Wait, you said. Wait.
It's a D8
I rolled a-
plus. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
D8 plus 4.
Plus. Oh, plus 4. So. 9 damage.
9 damage?
Mhm.
I'll say it's a little hard to see. Orion, you can see, you've seen the spiritual weapon. If I remember correctly, you said it was a scythe. So imagine you see this giant scythe of gray energy, kind of just spawn almost where you just were previously, and you just see this thing do a quick slash, and all of a sudden juices of this centipede. But as it dies, all of a sudden you see this form change, and it goes from the centipede to all of a sudden this bipedal, weird greenish looking creature that has some like green horns emitted from its head as it falls in pieces, as it just got cleaved in half as it stayed.
Jesus.
Okay then.
I don't like that.
And
Okay. Oh wait.
I'll
gonna
say
see if
you're
I
able to
can-
also see it with your perception is pretty good at this distance. You
I
you
can't wait
saw
for it
the
to get
fact that
better.
this what was a centipede all of a sudden became a different form, and both Orion and Nina, you can surmise that these might not be centipedes.
Fun. Nina would quickly say probably to Vespel, since she has that connection with Vespel. Like, she's trying to wait. Okay, we established at this point Nina and Vespel have like the strong enough connection where like she doesn't have to.
You don't have to
Like-
look at them directly to talk to them.
Yeah.
You could, it's almost like a
Okay.
walkie-talkie at this
So,
point.
if-
You can just be like,
Yeah. Yeah. So, am I able to still keep my connection with Orion, but quickly say something to Vespel?
you never mentioned that you put a connection to Orion. You never said that you established a
that-
connection.
I mean, that's kind of what. Okay, I guess that's my fault. It's up to you if not, but that's what I was trying to imply on the car ride when I was driving home, that she made a connection with him as he was like.
My apologies, I
either,
didn't
like,
hear that.
walking toward-
Well, I didn't hear
Yeah,
that, but I'm
I
gonna
don't-
trust that you did say that. So I'll say you can only communicate to Vesper this way. You can't communicate to Jacqueline, and to
Yeah.
maintain your connection to Orion, as they are invisible. If you drop connection, you know you can't talk to them.
Yeah, it's like she doesn't want to drop the connection to Orion, but she wants to say something quickly to Vespel,
Mhm.
and that's why I'm asking if she can.
You could say
because
quick-
She has that connection.
Quick, like very few, like a few words, quick replies to Vesper, as you're just quickly interjecting your thoughts into Vesper.
Yeah.
But you can't have
Okay,
a long
yeah,
ass
that's what I thought.
conversation. That's not allowed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's why I thought we had said that. I just wanted to clarify that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so really quick, she's just gonna like say in Vespel's head, not centipedes, and then she's gonna.
Vesper doesn't even know what the fuck you're talking about, by the way. They didn't see the centipedes.
It'll make sense eventually. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to do this on my phone as I'm still trying to get ready.
Yeah, so
and
yeah,
get
you do
all
have
my
an accent
stuff
still, as that was your
Yeah,
bonus accent, which you can do a spell,
wait, hold on.
because that spiritual weapon does
Total-
not count.
Total Dead's a cantrip.
Yeah, no, but you can use any spell because you already cast spiritual weapon ahead of time. Using the
Oh, yeah,
spiritual
yeah,
weapon
okay,
as an
okay.
attack, it does not count as a spell cast. That's what I was trying to say. You have access to your whole inventory of repertoire.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay.
And Vesper, get
I'm
ready,
sorry.
because after the creature's
Okay,
attack,
well-
it's your turn.
I thought it was a bonus action for me to still swing.
Yes, it's a
spiritual
bonus action to use your spiritual weapon, but you still have your action to cast the spell.
Okay,
Or you just can't use a
okay.
bonus action spell, because
Okay,
that's a
look,
thing that they
y'all,
have.
I'm working on 3.5 hours of sleep. I've been up since
No
7
worries.
a.m. It's,
You have access
I had
to
a full
any-
day at work.
You have access to
Okay.
everything right now, besides your bonus action.
Okay. Yeah.
You can also use your 30 feet movement to get closer if you want, as you are.
Yeah. For now, I'm just gonna cast Galen Bolt at first level.
I will say that you are out of range for the. Well, actually, a creature is coming
I think
down
it was
120 feet.
And I rolled a 21.
Yeah, the problem is it's 120 feet in the air right now, and you're about 40
Okay.
feet from where it's coming down. So math, I think you would be in that math triangle. You would.
If I walk forward, like my movement, would I be able to?
I'll say if you move your forward, you can. Like
Okay.
you have to walk a few feet, just
Okay, yeah.
because I think I'm
Yeah.
not doing the math. This is me being very loosey-goosey with the math here. I think you have to move a little
you're
bit to get
fine.
the right trajectory.
Okay, yeah, she would then.
If I'm wrong, I'm
So
wrong,
like as
but
she's
that's
walking forward, she's kind of like,
So
doing the hand
she's
movement.
40 feet away and it's 120 feet up in the air.
yeah, the guiding bolt has 120 feet range. So yeah, it's 120 feet in the air and it sees 40 feet away for horizontally. So like trying to figure
A
out the
squared plus B squared equals C squared.
yeah, basically. But I'm just saying that like I'm just saying as a DM, I'm calling it you can do it at this distance. You have to be a little bit forward.
Yeah.
The exact range would be 126 feet. So she moves 5 feet, or a little more than 5 feet. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, there we
Okay.
go. I'll say because it's also moving really fast, you're trying to like not just get it just right, you're trying to also anticipate it coming down, and you're trying to lead the shot so you hit it as it's falling down. So like technically that's happening. It's not just a straight shot, you have to like, it's a projectile, right? So you're kind of leading the shot, right? So there's that aspect too to think about. That I'm not like
I
saying it's
don't
a
know.
disadvantage or anything. I'm just saying that that's a factor. You said
Yeah.
21 to hit, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do
And
hit.
it's in the.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's 46. Ooh, 19 damage. I'll take it.
19 damage.
That's
Okay.
really fucking
Yeah. So as you see this like brightest gray energy emit out of Nina's hands, all of a sudden, as this gray scrux, it's coming down, and you all see it. It looks like the bolt of light is going to miss, and all of a sudden it just curves right at the right moment to collapse with it as it strikes its head immediately as it takes the brunt of the damage. It's radiant damage, right?
Let me check. Guiding
I'm pretty sure
bolt,
Guiding
yes.
Bolt's a radiant. Yeah, it's radiant. So
yeah.
you notice it
Wait.
takes. Yeah.
Doesn't. Never mind. Disregard. I'm being dumb. Never mind.
You are never done.
Okay. So you cast the spell, and so the next hit on this creature is at advantage, or straight roll if you're normally with disadvantage. It doesn't override the disadvantage that some people try to claim. Is there anything else you can do? You have a little bit more movement. Do you want to fall back, or do you want to maintain your position in front of Jacqueline's shield?
She would fall back because
Okay.
she's a little squishy.
Okay, I'll say you fall back. Alright, it's the centipede's turn. You see one of them shift into a bat. It goes from a centipede to all of a sudden a bat as it begins to, let's see, fly towards Nina. As all of a sudden you see a bat flying towards you guys. The other centipede, all of a sudden, it creates a. It kind of perks itself up and it kind of like almost like a cobra in its stance a little bit, but in a centipede, like it's a weird like look, and it's Actually, hold on.
Oh, it's right there.
No, it's also going to turn into a bat and fly towards the group. Because it can't see Orion. So actually, it's going to fly towards the group as well. So all of a sudden, these centipedes form into bats as they seem to be flying towards the group.
No.
And that is
I
going to
think
be their
that's like
turn.
some sort of imp or something.
You
Question.
you just saw
Wait,
it
I don't
cut
think-
in half, Nina. I'm not gonna. Your perception's high, not that high. You just saw it change. Its form changed as you cleaved it. You don't see.
Yeah.
You can't surmise what the fuck it is.
Okay, you fail. I'm just wondering, does my spiritual weapon get an opportunity attack? I don't think it does. Okay, I didn't.
No,
think
it
so. I
doesn't.
just... Yeah, sadly. Okay, that's it.
Oh, you see but the thing is at the end of their turns, as they're flying towards you, they disappear.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Vesper, it's your turn.
So Vesper is going to finish reloading her bad news, and she's just does a little bit of flavor. Does Jacqueline have her helmet on right now?
Yes.
Yeah, its
That's
helmet
the
is
assumption.
always on, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, helmet's always on when we're in public. Like this.
All right. Vesper's going to use, because Jacqueline took like a defense stance in front of her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
Okay.
doing.
Yeah. So Vesper's going to use her shoulder as like a stabilization point.
Hold up. Were you
That's-
gonna
that's-
put the gun over the neckline if their helmet was
Oi.
off?
No.
Was- Okay.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I wanted her to go, well, I am now.
Also,
You
want
asked
to
if
be
the
a
helmet
thing.
was on, so I'm like immediately thinking, is that what the fuck you're doing?
Also,
No.
I want to be known that Jacqueline is 6 foot tall and Vesper is 5 foot.
And Vesper is shooting up.
Yeah,
Fair
to
enough.
be fair, it works. Also, I'm gonna say that
Heroin down.
I'd say that like your shield stance, you're kind of like in like that weird like not fully kneel, but kind of like arch like a little bit because you're anticipating a more aerial attack more than a horizontal attack. So I'd say that yeah, you would be able to line this up.
Okay.
You could certainly
Vesper's
try
gonna say,
this.
Jacqueline, cover your ear, and she's gonna take a shot.
What are you talking
When
about?
you use duet.
I was gonna say, it's basically a response like, what are you talking about?
Well, you still have magical hearing. Like there's some arcanic things where when you have the helmet on, it's like your head's there even if it's not. Anyways, what are you doing? It is now 120 feet this way. I'll say it's at 200 feet. I would say you can shoot it with advantage because this is the first attack to hit
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And we are going to, yeah. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
It needs to make a dexterity save of 16.
It made it. I rolled a 12 again.
Okay.
It's going really fast. Even though the fire happens, it's like when you know how you can walk on coals as long as you like go like at a pace. Imagine kind of like
Mhm.
that. It goes through the fire at such a pace that it doesn't seem to affect it.
Okay. Alright, and then that is 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay. Again, at this point you took in a shot. It doesn't seem to be doing what the amount of damage that you would hope that it could do.
action surge.
And I'll say, as you take that shot, you're aiming it up, and you take the shot, and
Actually, no.
right before you take the shot, your aim is slightly off, and all of a sudden, the hand of a lovely woman kind of gently guides you just to slightly alter your placement, and it goes off. Jacqueline, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Alright, Constitution save.
Wait, what?
As well, so when you fire bad news, there is a blast wave that happens at the sniper. Like there's a bit of a poof,
14.
and it's on the shoulder. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's like actual like, you put the gun on her shoulder to aim. There's gonna be a bit. They're taking the heat of it, all of that. And this is just to see.
Okay, so first and foremost,
Or am I
as tall as
incorrect?
she is, how this would be all setting up, it would be the barrel, essentially.
Oh, the
only thing
barrel.
touching
Oh,
her.
the barrel. You know what? That is my apology. Never mind. I misinterpreted the kind of the
heat from
positioning.
the barrel? Yeah, totally. I could see that, but she's wearing armor.
Yeah, no. My apologies. The way I was imagining it that was my error. Never mind. I completely. Look, you said it was a big fucking gun. I'm just like imagining it, like yeah. So that's on me. That's on me. Because normally where the like bipod is not necessarily on the barrels. It's like kind of like, so like I was imagining something else. It's fine. Never mind. We move on.
You know, I was imagining something. I was imagining, because you said it was a big gun. I was imagining like a 50 cal sniper rifle or something like that.
Well, yeah, but
Essentially, yes.
yeah. So
Yeah. So.
I will say you make the save anyway, so your eardrums don't get blown out because like all of a sudden it's like in the back. But
What
you're fine.
eardrums? Aren't his eardrums in his belt right now?
Which is closer.
I got much
That would
weird
be,
drums.
to be fair, the gun where the explosion happened would be closer to the sack in the positioning technically. But anyways, you make the save anyways. You can still hear, though there is a ringing in your ear after the thing goes off. And I will say, it's a bit toasty on your shoulder. Like you feel the heat. Like you can still feel the heat. Anyways, it's still your turn. Is there anything else you're doing?
Bonus action, initiate new reload.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I was gonna action search, but I changed my mind.
Okay. Orion, it's your go. You are currently on the back. You can easily go and reach for the dagger. The creature at the moment seems to be dive bombing. In the corner of your eye, you do notice these bats come out all of a sudden, which you thought were centipedes, but now all of a sudden are bats. Before they just disappear as they are going towards your teammates. The bird seems to be on the trajectory at this moment towards the beast still. You feel like if you don't take the dagger now, the creature might land on the dagger, near the dagger. So this is your last opportunity if you go for the dagger.
Alright, we said about 10 foot away. I will move 10 foot. I will use my manipulate an object and pull the dagger out and put it into a pouch.
Okay, yeah, you're good. It's a dagger. It's not like a fucking giant sword that you have to pull out of fucking stone. Easily enough. Sink. You still have plenty of movement to go. You see the creature coming in. You see your friends and allies. You don't know what the creature above you is going to do. You think it's going to hit the land soon. What do you do?
Alright, so I've got 25 foot of move. I'm just going to kind of backtrack down the leg to get off.
You're still
this
being
thing.
stealthy?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to backtrack. Alright, so you still have 10 feet after you get off the creature, I would say.
Then I will move 10 feet to the west, still being stealthy, waiting for these. I would either wait for this bird to engage or these little flying demon things to engage.
Okay.
And with my action, I'll just dodge again, basically be wary.
Okay. So, Jacqueline, it is your turn. You
Okay.
saw these bats. You don't know where the fuck they are, but you know that they might be coming towards you. As they were
Okay.
coming in your direction, but a wide berth. Like they're not immediately like right at you. They're a little bit around. And
Like, do I know if they're coming at us or are they going like fleeing away from us? Like,
I'll say
going.
retroactively you could do an insight check as you
Okay.
to see if you can gather these small creatures. You have bad perception, so the DC is going to be a bit high, but you can.
Insight.
Yes.
Oh, I better roll a high number.
Because these are small ass creatures, and it was only a brief moment before they went invisible.
3.
Fuck do you know? These things might be bloodthirsty. You have no fucking clue. In fact, they might be friends. You don't know.
Yeah, no, basically Jacqueline is just like... she says basically had a sniper rifle blown next to her head.
Your gut tells you that your gut tells you that they are gonna attack you. That's what your gut tells you.
Okay. Got it. But this thing is still 120 feet up.
At this
With the wind
moment, you know
on
it's
this beast.
you'll be
Do
smart enough to know the trajectory it's gonna land soon. Like all of you know it's about to land. Like
Alright, and do I know if it's... Like, is it looking towards us, or us 3 yet, or is it still, like, on its warpath?
do you want to
looking
use your
for-
action to insight check it or survival or nature check? As I'll allow any of those as possibilities.
Survival or nature?
So insight would be the easiest as you're trying to discern the creature. Nature is to discern the nature of this creature as what the likelihood of what it's going to do. And survival is just your gut instincts essentially of like
Okay.
the likelihood of a creature. Insight is the easiest, but you can roll the others.
Insight is the easiest. Okay.
As in the lower DC.
Well, alright, well... If I do it inside, I get my reaction back, so I can do a reaction.
Because
So-
the insight was like kind of like last turn. Like I'm saying like
Okay,
retroactively.
Okay, I'll do an insight check then on it and
Okay.
see if it's gonna start coming towards us. Like, if it saw these creatures like transform and fly towards us, it's probably gonna come towards us. So, let me see. 19.
19. You feel confident that especially after the blunt force it took in the head from Nina, and it still kind of glowed a little bit. Like you see some simmers of gray kind of from the wound, as it seems to have it like, it seems like that wound persists prevalently.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it might not necessarily go for a complete dive bomb. It looks like it might be doing a swoop motion as you speak. Its turn is right next to yours, so at this point you could tell it's probably coming at you.
Okay. That's my action. Do I have any bonus actions I can use other than this? No. Okay. Well then, yeah. That's the end of my turn. I'm just gonna turn my head towards Vesper and be like, the fuck?
So, as predicted, after taking a few shots at this point, hearing the loud bane of bad news multiple times, seeing magical energy kind of sting a bit hard onto its thing, and also it being able to see the bats flying as it's dive bombing, it does swoop around and is now moving towards the group. Still 60 feet in the air, using its like 60-foot angle to kind of get a bit closer towards you guys. As it uses its movement to get 60 feet, and then it's going to use that's all it's gonna do. It's not gonna dash this time, as it seems to be starting to slow down in preparation to potentially attack. So it's now currently 60 feet in the air, headed towards you at an angle.
Alrighty.
So about 60 feet away from you guys is the best way to look at it. Like in the air, it's kind of like in that weird. Because like it was 120 feet, and then it goes and it's swapped to an angle, so it's like in that ballpark. Technically a little lower because it would have to use its movement a little bit to kind of like do a arc, but yeah. Nina, it's your turn. Oh, Nina.
Sorry, it's, hold on. Okay, sorry. Things are weird.
No worries.
Hold on. 2
And-
seconds. Let me fix something. Hopefully
worries.
fix something.
Vesper, get ready for the other creatures are gonna do their moves, and then
Maybe? Please?
Their moves and possible attacks.
Can you hold? I'm trying to keep on my phone so that my computer doesn't, like, die. What the fuck is my computer? Oh my god. Hold on. I'm sorry. Ah.
yeah, no worries.
Okay, so fucking what's it called? Special weapon swing at wait.
You
Hold
can
on.
move it up to 20 feet or 30 feet, I think it is.
I think it's
I think
20
it's-
feet.
Yeah, I think it's 20.
But you can move it any direction, technically vertically, but it's 60 feet. You would not be able to move the weapon into attack at this turn.
Okay. I think she just move it. I don't know if you can still hear me. Move it as close as she can to like where the group
Yeah,
is. The main
I
group.
am
Oops, sorry,
quickly
man.
just looking at the spell. You can move it within, as a bonus action, you can move it, to 20 feet. Okay, so yeah, so you can move it 20 feet, which would be to here.
Ah. Okay.
So that's your bonus action. You still have your regular action.
Gonna go ahead and do cantrip, toad the dead.
Okay. On the
On the, like-
bird.
Ooh.
That's the only
It's
thing you can
only
see.
60 feet. Total
It-
dead's only 60. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, I
it's
can't
60
see
feet.
the-
It's 60 feet
sorry.
from you. Yeah, the bird
Okay,
is
okay.
60
Then
feet
yeah.
at an angle in the air coming at you.
Okay. Then yeah, I would do that.
Okay. So what's the save and throw?
I think it's wisdom 14. Wisdom save. Hoping it's not wise. It probably
Okay.
is. But, okay.
You get a sense that it seems the stories were true. How mages always struggle to fend off this creature and it seems that the spell did not land as hoped.
Ooh, fuck. Okay. So I get this sense it is kind of wise.
You get the sense that it couldn't pierce the mental barrier of this creature.
Okay. So again, quickly into Celeste's head. And I don't know if this is like an actual thing of what it's called. This is just what's coming to my head. She's going to say to Celeste, mentally fortified. Ish. Thing.
Alright. Vesper, in your head, you're always hearing her say it's mentally fortified. Whatever that means. But you hear it.
I'm just saying random shit to Celeste and just like, okay, that's good.
Celeste is just like, okie dokie.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Nina.
Me-
Nina.
Pew pew.
That's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Nina, Vesper, I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw as these bats emerge from being invisible and they make a out flying, their mouths open up, and all of a sudden, like in your eyes adjust as all of a sudden these creatures seem to get more the veins seem to pop out more and grow as these bats seem to be more terrifying and rabid and just unsettling towards you guys. Jacqueline, you just see bats. And
What?
Orion.
I just
So
see-
what?
Huh.
Saving throw?
A
I
wisdom
rolled
saving
a
throw.
9.
You are currently frightened
Yay.
as this sight unsettles you, as it kind of to your core feel like you are. Let me actually.
I'm sorry. One more time. You say wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, so it's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I have advantage.
You do. Oh.
I do. I'm glad I do because I rolled a nat 1 for the first one, 7, and then for my second one, a 20.
So just let you know, you can actually hit shift, and it gives you advantage. By the way, on D&D Beyond.
I'm rolling on. Wait.
Yeah,
hold
on D&D
okay,
Beyond.
Let me try this. Hit shift.
You or
that's cool.
yeah. You can also.
AFK just a moment. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
So-
You are going to be up after Vesper, so be ready, Orion, when you get back. But yeah, you are
so-
fine. You shrug off, and all of a sudden, you that sight. You feel the gentle like embrace of a woman as she kind of just gently brushes the hair out of your face, as the sight of this bat goes from unsightly to almost endearingly friendly. As you don't seem to be as frightened, but you feel the shakiness of Vesper behind. Well, actually, I'll let Vesper decide on how they show off their fright. As it is now your turn, Vesper. So if you want to describe how Vesper is frightened, go ahead.
So her fear. What does frightened do again?
You have a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of the fear is within line of sight, and you can't go anywhere closer to the creature. Luckily, the creature is right here. Let me invisible them as they are revealed themselves.
Okay.
So you can't
Alright,
you can't go straight, but you can kind of walk around them.
Right. So that completely derailed my plan.
It saw you and Nina as the threat, and so they picked you guys.
Which one is it that has me feared? Like, which one has me scared?
That one.
That one? I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at it. She's just gonna, like, frantically, just, like, knee-jerk reaction cast Witch Bolt at it.
Okay, with disadvantage, do your roll.
That makes me up.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back. Get ready. It's your turn
I'm-
next.
I'm so sad. Like, I still most likely am gonna hit, but I'm so sad because I missed out on a natural 20. Okay, so it's gonna be 12 to hit.
Just misses as this creature. The sight of it, like as you go for a witch's bolt, all of a sudden you feel it as if its presence is in your face for a second, as it like lunges at you. In that moment, you just can't get the arcanic energy to come out as it fizzles in your hand.
Shit. Then I will use my bonus action.
And I guess it would
to
actually
keep-
be more like in that position technically.
I want to use my bonus action to continue or finish loading bad news.
Here's the thing. You were frightened. Roll roll a d20. It's not a high DC, just to see if you are able to maintain load-in as this frightenedness thing happen. Yeah, you understand what I'm getting at?
Not really, but I'll do it.
Are the imps visible now? Are
Yeah,
the
well, they're
visible now?
bats. Yeah, they're bats, but yeah.
Are they on the map?
Yes, they're on the map.
Yeah,
One's
they
here,
are
one's here.
right here. And
Oh, damn, those things are tiny. Okay.
I'm
I see 'em
assuming
now.
you're doing the reload before you do Witch's Bolt, because, like, it's...
Well, the Witch's Bolt is like a knee-jerk reaction.
Because you were in the middle of reloading, and then you
Yeah.
stopped to Witch's Bolt. So this is just... That's why I'm asking you to roll this dice, is because, like...
Yes.
Just to see if the
I rolled
flow...
an 11.
The DC was 12. So...
Cool.
I'll say
So I
that
dropped the bullet.
you drop the bulb, you fumble it. But next turn, it'll be a free action to load it, I'll say. It just, you temporarily fumble and you're just unable to put it in properly, and you just have to take a moment to, like, unjam it, I'll say. You don't drop it, it's just you didn't put it in correctly, and it's kind of
Okay.
like... So next turn, you just have to, like,
And you
tap
cast-
it.
You cast Witch Bolt?
Yeah, Witch Bolt.
And missed.
And missed.
I'm visible now because that's a concentration spell.
That is
Oh,
correct.
Shit, yeah.
So all of
Yeah.
a sudden, Orion appears in everyone as you see them sealed up,
My
ready.
bad. My bad. I totally forgot about that.
You understand what I was getting at with that, right? Like,
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I
okay.
get it.
How far away is this thing? Are you even in range for Witch Bolt?
This
That was-
creature right here, which is like,
Come on.
it has to be within 20 feet.
Oh, I thought you were attacking on the bird. Okay.
No,
gotcha.
no, not the bird.
Witch Bolt is 30.
Oh, 30? It's within
Mhm.
range. It's still within range. It's like
Yeah,
10,
it's
15
it's
feet
15.
away. Yeah. It had to be within 20 feet of you to activate the fear, so that's why I'm saying, like, you're in range of it, is what I'm trying to say. Is there anything else you can do?
No, because I jammed my gun, so...
Well, you already used your
It would
action to
be-
Witch Bolt anyway, so...
I could have, had I been able to finish the reload action, bonus action, I could have action surged, but... you know.
Remember what I said, now it's a free action to quickly unjam it. Do you want to action surge?
I mean, if you're saying that I can fix it with an action surge and still be able to fire off a shot,
I
then
will
yes.
allow it, because you rolled just below the DC, that's why I'm saying it's just a slight jam that you need to smack in or right. If you rolled really low, it would have been a fumble. You rolled close to the DC, so it's not as a
Mhm.
punishment. So
Okay.
if you want to action surge, you just have to quick bounce into the thing to thin it. I'll remind you, you are frightened. It's going to be a disadvantage because the bat's still in line of sight. Do you still want to do action surge? I guess that's a yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm taking a shot at the big guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who's my plus again?
just
To 13 to hit?
Unfortunately, it misses.
as a question,
Yeah.
I could have sworn if you're frightened, it's this disadvantage against the creature you're frightened against? not...
You have
No, it's
disadvantage.
everything.
You have
Really?
as long as the line of
Huh.
sight of the creature. If the creature goes behind cover, you're no longer frightened. You don't have the disadvantage. It's but
Oh.
as if you can see the creature, because it's think about it like in the corner of your eye, you see this freakishly ugly thing that looks terrifying to you. Do you think you can concentrate on what you're aiming at or doing?
Oh yeah, no. That's
Yeah.
what I was
Yep.
confused
The actual
about.
tagline is you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. So it's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's-
good. That's good to know then.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you roll, Vesper?
A 13.
A 13. Unfortunately, this freakish bat is in the moment you go to fire. It seems to have. It goes to less of a bat and more of a demonic raven, and it just your spine tingles from the sight as it brings back memories and nightmares that you might have had of imageries of ravens as you go for the shot and it just goes wide.
Cool, that's my turn. By the way, I know I probably sound a little short right now. I apologize. I'm not upset. I'm just actually kind of really low energy at the moment.
No worry. But I wanted to double check to make sure that you were you understood the thought process, so you know it's not just me being an asshole. It's just me being logical about it.
No, you're trying to add a modicum of difficulty to the situation, which is fair. So.
Yeah. Anyways, Orion, it is your turn. All of a sudden, you go and you're visible. You know you're visible again. You could feel the energy that protected you, that shielded you from being seen. Is all of a sudden ripped off of you, and it almost stings a little bit because of how abrasive a removal of it was, because it was so sudden. It doesn't do any damage, but you feel that magic energy kind of just tingle your senses a bit as you are now visible. As you see this creature now head into your allies at a decent pace, you notice that it's not going full charge. It seems to slow down a bit as it's making its way towards the group.
All right, I'm going to move using the map. I'm moving basically one space southwest, and then 1, 2, 3 more over. So I'm like right underneath where the spiritual hammer is.
Okay. So you're still being stealthy about it, even though you're kind of exposed?
No, I'm visible now that they know
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
At this point, my worth goes from being stealth guy to, like, pile of hit points.
Okay.
So I'm moving down to here. I am raging, I'm going reckless, and I'm going to attack the imp to my southwest, or the quasi to my southwest.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Roll for an attack at this bat. That
Keep it
looks...
highlighted.
Alright, I am reckless, so I'm at +6 to hit. I'm using my magic spear.
Yeah, I mean, it's a low enchantment, but yeah, it's a magical of some sense, yeah.
Alright, highest roll was a 15, making it a 21 to hit.
No, you definitely hit this. It's a bat. It's a bat.
And damage is 9.
Okay. You kebab the fucker as the bat... And as you kebab it, you see... And I'll say, it's kind of... Vesper, it's very horrific for you because you see this weird imagery of the raven being pierced for a moment. And then all of a sudden, this greenish... Almost like a bipedal toad, like frog, with like a hunchback. Its face has these weird like black beaded eyes, weird like almost cow-like ears, and the green horn as this tiny thing is this limp on the tip of the spear. As I will consider your spear magical, though it's a low enchantment, so that's like I still think it's magical, but I know some people are arguing, well, low enchantment stuff is not technically magical. But for the sake of this, you do kill it in this moment.
Alright, and then I'm going to use the rest of my base movement. Move 2 spaces to the west, and then 1 space northwest. So basically, I'll be right above Jacqueline.
Okay.
1 more west.
Oh, like this. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm next to Jacqueline and next to Nina.
Okay, you're basically kind of like... There's 2 shields, basically. You're kind of forming like a wall. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, I do have a quick question. Do you consider low enchantment weapons, like moon touch weapons, magical or non-magical?
Yeah, in my game, they are a magic weapon. Just, that was a change in 5th edition from previous editions. Previously, all magic weapons had to be a +1 before you could have magical effects added to them. With 5th edition, they introduced the concept of having items that just had effects without actually giving a plus to damage or hit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm in the bar puck. It's like it has some kind of enchantment on it. I will say it might not be resistant as magical items normally are, but still for the sake of damage, it's considered magical. Anyways, is there anything else you could do? You used your bonus action to rage, and you used your action to attack, and mostly your movement. Is there anything you want to say before you end your turn, like as a free action?
Nah, I'm just getting ready for some pain.
All right, Jacqueline, it's your turn.
And I am reckless.
Oh yeah, you are reckless. That is true.
This thing is still 60 feet away from us, basically.
At this moment, it's coming in, but yeah, it's 60 feet. You can tell that it's probably gonna come into contact with you really soon.
Okay. Alright, well... I'll hold my action again.
Mm-hmm.
The minute it either comes into the range of me or Orion, I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Okay, so you're holding your action to swing. Okay, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else, like, or is that it? You're just holding your action to take a swing if it gets close.
That's all I can do. Really, I have no real range.
Okay. So it's turn, and it comes down and lands hard, right in front of Orion and Jacqueline. And as it lands, this cloud of at first you think it's this dust, but then you start to see there's a bit of green tint to it as all of a sudden, from its body, these spore-like vapor, or not vapor, particles emit out of it, and I need everybody to do a con save and throw for me. And luckily, you're not at disadvantage anymore for Vesper.
18 for Orion.
18?
Con save.
You are able to repel the toxicity of these spores.
You said it was a con save?
It's a con save, yes.
23 for Jacqueline.
Your armor, it doesn't penetrate your armor, and you feel confident that you are full capacity.
11.
17?
Pardon? Pardon, Nina?
Nina said 17, and for Vesper it's 11.
Nina, you feel the toxic spores come in, but you feel as if like your spiritual energy seems to allow you to resist its urge. Vesper, still shaking off that fear, those images, all of a sudden you as you feel sickest, and everyone starts to see the veins of your face and neck to kind of start to bulge out as you are currently poisoned.
No.
Do I take any damage?
At this moment, no. And so that is its turn.
My reaction would have gone off, right?
Yes, your action
Okay.
would go off as it lands. So as the spores come off, you go for the swing.
Come on, big money. God damn it. 9.
You're able to swing at it, but it's able to use its claws to just smack your hand away. As it just, the beak goes into you closer and kind of goes for a chomp. Not actually chomping at you, but just that motion.
Okay. That's... Yeah, because it's only one attack I can make for a reaction, right?
Yeah. Well, you're not level 5 anyways. I
I'm just
rule.
curious because action surge, but...
Oh, I mean, if you
I
you
can do
can't
that,
action
but I don't-
surge on your turn, not every action.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, that's all.
The rule of holding a reaction, you can only do one attack. Now,
Yeah,
technically,
that's what I
there
was
is the
curious about.
argument about the attack action, and technically you have 2 attacks per attack action. Reaction, you can only do 1 attack, both player and creature, as you're doing a quick motion to swipe. Unless there's a special condition that lets you do 2 attacks in the same, like, movement, but that's hardly ever happened.
If you're 2-weapon fighting, I think it's...
No, that's a bonus
One of-
action. I meant like if there's like
it's a
an
bonus action.
effect that allows you. Why is it? There we go. Because it's on the ground. If there's a certain effect that lets you do like an attack in the same attack counts as another attack. Like it's like not a bonus action, like the same. Yeah. Anyways, Nina, it's your turn. As this creature has land, you shrug off this force, but in the corner of your eye, you see a sickly Vesper all of a sudden, as their fangs seem to come out, and this greenish glow comes from it a bit.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but I can hear you.
Okay. I finally switched over to my laptop, and I had to find my microphone for my headphones, and I was running around like a chicken. Okay. So I guess. Okay, hold on. I can't. Oh wait, hold on. Okay.
By the way, guys, if
Okay.
my explanations are too long-winded, just let me know, and I'll shut up.
Yo, fine so far. Okay. Is my spiritual weapon within range of the bullet thingy?
Luckily,
Looks
you
like
actually,
this.
yeah, it landed like right behind it. It's, you can smack its tail / butt if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that then. So.
Because it would be more, actually, I can't invert it.
21 to hit.
Oh, no, of course it hits.
Okay. And then,
And it's force damage, right, for this one?
yeah, for
Okay.
a spiritual weapon.
Uh.
D8 plus 4. Ooh, 6 force damage.
It seems to be able to land. And you
Okay.
swack it, and you slice and clip off a bit of its tail from that attack.
Okay.
As it like turns its head and goes to bite the weapon as it attacks, angry at it.
Okay, I'll take that.
So that's your bonus action.
Okay. Ooh, okay, hold on. Let me compare these. Trying to look at. Sorry. I'm trying to compare kill runes. Oh, damn. Fuck. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay. Take a deep breath. You know that it seems to have, it's mentally fortified as you put it.
Yeah.
You know that it seems to be, mages have issues with it, so you get a sense that magic is not always the best option for it.
Yeah. God. Okay, I'm behind Jacqueline, and Vespa is like cursed or something of some type.
you see glowy greenness start to actually in the first instance you just see them coughing a bit. The veiny glow is very subtle. I'll say that with your perception you start to pick up it. It's not as obvious at the moment as it's just starting to creep up from the neck.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna cast Bane.
Bane. Okay.
I haven't used that yet.
Remind me
Your
what
spiritual weapon will go away.
No, spiritual weapon is not concentration.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just there for the for 1 minute.
Yeah. So I choose.
Bane is like the opposite of bless.
Yeah, it's literally the bane of existence. You basically give them you minus D4 instead of plus D4 to stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll choose the Winged Freak, and then wait.
You could
did
choose
all
three.
the
You could
bats-
choose up to 3 targets. You could choose the bat that's right here, as well. It's within
Oh
range.
my god, it's so tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. See, I knew the bats were still around. I just couldn't see them on the map because, like, I didn't know.
Yeah,
where
they're
they were.
tiny. Okay. I'll if Jacqueline wants to zoom in on it, so you can see it like actually I
Oh, yeah.
I can
Here,
if
I got it.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So I would choose the bat, the Winged Freak, and then the other one also died. So okay, that'll be just those 2 for now, I guess.
There you go, I can stay this zoomed in.
Okay. Well, now that I like know what that is, I see it clearly. It was just like, yeah. Anyways, okay. So they must make charisma saving throw.
Okay. So each of them have to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one is going to be the bat. The bat has no modifier. So what's the DC?
14.
14. So I need to roll a 14 or higher for this bat to not be baned. It rolled a 14. So the
Damn.
bat was able to shrug it off, but the big bird has -1,
Okay. I'll
making a
take it.
total of 10. They are baned.
Okay. So, is it okay? Hold on. I don't know what this does. Whenever a target that fails to saving throw makes an attack roll
There
or a
it
saving throw
is. There it is. It's posted in the chat.
Oh, that worked. Okay.
Hey, Jacqueline, if you right-click the combat encounters icon, that'll pop it out to where you can have both the chat and the combat encounters thing open.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I typically don't do
So-
it for me personally, but
Describe Bane. How does Bane look when you cast it?
I imagine Bane would be much darker than like, say, Bless would be. I don't even think I have Bless, but Bane would be much more on the darker side. It would still have like faint bit of like kind of the lightness of like my cleric, and it would I don't know. I think it would just kind of. Okay, the way I'm imagining it in my head right now is so like in Supernatural, whenever a demon would go into like someone's body on the show, it would just kind of like shove like the demon dust entity would like shove itself down a person's throat, and I imagine that's kind of what happens.
So as this creature goes in for a bite against Jacqueline or Orion, you spew out, that you curse the creature, you with profanity of your deity, like basically like one of their commandments or whatnot, and all of a sudden, this dark gray, almost black energy that comes out, and as it comes out, your fingers and hands start to get blackened a bit as the energy goes forward and goes into the mouth of this creature, and it just twitches a bit as it starts to convulse a little bit with like a mini seizure as its body starts to bones kind of crack a little bit as it just can't help take the energy as the gray energy emits. The eyes glow these of the grayest light, but in a darker tone than that of Nina's. And all of a sudden, you sense its wings going from a mighty wingspan to more droopy, as it seems to have lessened its ferocity in this moment.
I sent a GIF in the chat, in the Discord chat. So instead of
That
red,
looks
there's
oddly
like
sexual.
gray. Yeah, in the show it often is because demons are like sexualized and stuff.
I mean,
So-
duh. I mean, who doesn't want to fuck Lilith? Have you guys played Diablo 4? I mean, come on, mommy, right? Anyways, they are currently baned. You guys might not know what Bane does, and I'll say maybe even Nina doesn't fully understand what Bane does, but you curse the fuck out of this thing. Alright, let me get my D4. Should I use the really tiny D4? Let me use the tiny D4 for that. Actually, Nina, I'll let you decide. Do you want me to be in charge of the Bane's debuff, or would you like to be in charge? It is your spell.
I mean, the spell says that the target has to roll, so.
Okay. Then I'll roll.
Okay.
You'll leave it up to my really great rolls, I guess. So, it's the bat's turn.
Well, I mean, the higher you roll, the more beneficial it is for me, because then it has to subtract.
Yeah,
like,
good,
the
but I
numbers,
said
so-
good rolls. I didn't just say high rolls. Anyways,
Okay, look.
you see the bat disappear, and you don't know where the fuck it went.
Huh.
As Jacqueline's gut feeling of it's gonna attack might have been wrong. Vesper, at this point, I'll say you feel it, and for anybody that is paying attention, I'll say only Nina with her perception, the green veins from your neck start to pulsate a glowing green as it inches closer to your face, and you take a total of 10 poison damage.
Oof.
As the spores seem to get clog up your insides, and you almost feel like that a bit of vomit comes up, like at the cuspids of the throat, but it doesn't fully come out as you feel really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to sapping sting the big boy. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 10.
Okay. It rolled a 2.
Okay.
Oh, actually, it's a save and throw. Hold on. It rolled a 2. Hold on. How much Bane? Hold on. So -1. So a total of 5.
Yeah, it still failed.
I know, but Bane's up, so I had to roll the Bane. It was just in case, you know? So it is currently prone, and it takes damage. Oh, actually,
It
no,
takes-
hold on. No, it has advantage for this. It doesn't matter. Because, well, actually, hold on. Because what was the save and throw?
A 10.
It did beat it, actually. Because the -1 wasn't enough. So it did beat it, unfortunately.
Wait, so you rolled a d4 again?
No, I didn't roll the d4 again because it's 1d4 for because it was rolled with advantage. I just didn't roll the second dice because I forgot that it. That was my bad for not rolling the dice at the same time.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, so it rolled the next one. It rolled a 9 plus 4 minus 1 is a 12. So that unfortunately beats that 10.
Okay.
I apologize for that lack of thing. I really wanted it to work, so I was excited. So you get the sense that the poison, but you just can't quite get that arcanic. You're still learning this new spell, and it just seems to not be able to go off the way you wanted. Does it do anything else, or it's either a hit or miss?
It's a cantrip, so it's a hit or miss.
Okay. Then unfortunately, it just didn't go off. You still have your bonus action.
Did I reload?
I don't think you did.
I want a bonus action reload my start the process. Reloading just in case.
Yeah, the poison does not affect that. You are fine. I'm not an asshole. You can easily start the process. Though you do feel sickly and you don't feel good. But I need you to roll another con save for me.
Same as last time.
All of a sudden, you feel your almost like a heartburn come out as you just feel the pulsation of the poison spread even further, as the glowy veins you start to see seep into your hand a bit as you go for the reload. As the poison seems to still be coursing through you. It's Orion's turn.
I'm going to recklessly attack the Vrock.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Natural 20 on the first roll.
Well, unfortunately it misses. No, yeah, you hit. Alright, so roll your 2 extra die of your extra damage die.
4 and a 3 for 7 plus 6, 13 damage.
Added your rage?
Yep, it's plus 6 because it's strength plus 2, so yeah, it's 13 total.
Okay. You feel that with the gliding light of the almost like as you go for a stab, there's a center like spot in the torso, a slight grayish silverly light kind of pulsates, and you just go for it, and it seems to do more damage than you thought expected as you critical wounded it. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, it'll be my turn, because I'm still raging. I don't want to move from this spot, because I'm protecting both Jacqueline and Nina here, and yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then it is Jacqueline's turn, followed by the creature, and then Nina.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Yeah, go ahead, take a swing.
Come on. 7 plus 7, 14 to hit.
14 to hit, just misses.
Alright.
As you go for the swing, and again, this time it bites your blade, and is able to just twist your wrist. Almost, you're able to resist it, but you have to pull back, or else you're worried that you might actually injure yourself, and you can't follow through with the swing.
I'm gonna do action surge.
Did you already do action surge? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I haven't done it at all.
No, you asked about it, but you didn't do it.
I asked about it, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, action surge. Go for another swing.
Worse, 6, so it's 13.
13. This time, like, you go for the thing, and even though you didn't, you just took a second too long with that pullback, and there's a bit of a sting in your wrist, and you just can't follow through properly, and it just goes wide.
Alright.
You don't take any damage from the injury, it just hurts a little bit.
Okay,
Is there anything else you can do?
I don't only get 2 attacks really. It was 1 attack and an action surge, so nope.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
The creature's turn, and it's angry. And first of all, I need to roll a d6 to see if it gets its spores back. It doesn't. And it's going. It's gonna release a terrifying screech, a screech that pierces your very being as it. I need everyone here to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
As it's angry now, it feels bad. It took some
17
hits.
total. 11 plus 6.
You've shrug it off. You're raging. You know what? You don't even hear it. You're just so focused on the battle, you don't even hear that thing. You just ignore that. It's nothing.
10
18
total.
for me.
19 total.
19 and Vesper?
18.
Yeah, because luckily there's no disadvantage on saving throws. What was Jacqueline?
10.
You are currently stunned.
Alright.
As you are frozen in just you just can't.
Yeah.
And that is its turn as it uses its screech. So Nina, it is your turn, and luckily you are not stunned. This could have been real bad if you guys missed that con save.
Sorry, I don't know how much you can heal, because I'm trying to get stuff ready for tomorrow, multitask. Fuck,
do again.
fuck.
Stunned. You are incapacitated, so you can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, yeah, here, let me...
I'm reading it right now.
Okay.
Right there.
Let's see.
You literally
Okay.
have you miss a turn basically, unfortunately.
Lovely.
It doesn't last until the end of the creature's turn. I'll give you that much.
Okay, so let's go ahead and I do this and this, please. Okay. Going to swing spiritual weapon.
Yeah, roll for an attack. It does not get flanking bonus.
18.
That hits. Go for an attack. As the scythe goes in and is
Ooh, 10.
10 as it slices into its wings, seemingly being able to injure it as it takes a decent amount of hit.
Okay, and then it was it? Hold on.
You're currently concentrating, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. It was the creature stunned or prone or something?
No, it didn't. The thing didn't
Okay,
trigger.
okay. Right.
I-
Right. Okay,
My
sorry.
idiocy was like, oh yeah, let's it go prone. Yeah, let's see this. It's because I love stab and
Yeah.
stun. I want it to work,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It's
oh,
mental
okay.
fortitude. At this point, I feel like actually
I'm
no,
gonna-
because at this point you can surmise it's not less about mental fortitude, and maybe it just seems like magic is not as effective on it.
I'm gonna cast Kill Wounds at second level on Vespel.
Go ahead.
Hopefully. It will
Yeah,
work.
no, you could.
Ooh,
There is
16 healing.
there you go. You get
Nat
that
healing.
16 healing.
Okay. And that'll be my action. My turn.
Okay. The Quasit doesn't seem to do anything this turn. Vesper, what are you going to be doing? As you're going to load in the gun and you feel nauseous. You feel real
Bonus
city.
action, finish loading.
Bad news.
Yeah. And I am going to attempt to cast Witch Bolt on the big bitch.
Okay.
Is that at disadvantage?
Yep, because it's an attack roll.
That's what I thought. Okay. 13 to hit.
Fortunately, this time you're able to get the arcanic energy, but as you go for it, it seems to just brush off its skin like it's nothing.
Cool.
Is there anything else you can do?
That's my turn.
Roll con save for me to see if you can shrug off this poison as it's seeping into your fairy being.
21.
And just like that, as you go for the witch's bolt, it doesn't go off the way you want, but you feel a presence kind of lift and suck out the poison out of you. You don't see this entity, but you feel a presence seeming to sap the poison out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are no longer poisoned. Orion, still raging, roaring. You see, mid-swing, Jacqueline just frozen in place, almost shaken. And you see this creature going in for another attack. What do you do?
Still raging, still reckless. I've got my shield if necessary if Jacqueline takes a big hit.
Alright, go for it, go for it. Let's go, let's see what you get. Come on, let's see big numbers, big numbers.
So 16 is my highest, 10 plus 6.
That hits. You're able to, you find another perch in its skin, a moment of, like, you see where you could easily pierce. You go in for that attack. How much damage are you doing, buddy?
9 damage.
9 damage. Not as much as last time, but you still feel like you find purchase, and it looks like it's heavily injured at this point, as it seems to have been taken a bit of a beating at this point.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Unfortunately,
Actually, I guess in character, I'm not going to actually scream for it because everyone's using headphones and microphones, but it screeched at us. I'm screeching back at it as I'm stabbing it. I'm not going to roleplay that out for the sake of speakers.
Okay. Jacqueline, unfortunately, you are stunned. Is there anything you want to, in character moment as you're frozen? Like, is there any like you can still make some voice reaction, like barely. Like you can get out maybe like a word, or maybe like your stature changes a bit. Do you want to describe anything like that, or leave it be?
You probably just use Jacqueline, like trying to find a way to break free of the stun.
Okay. And now it's the creature's turn. Seeing you frozen in place, annoyed at Orion, it's going to go for a swipe at Jacqueline.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no.
And
It's going to
still
go for
right?
yeah. It's going to go for a beak attack on Jacqueline first, as it's hungry for to find purchase. It is baned. You are right. So it's going to roll because you're stunned at advantage. And that is going to be, for the beak attack, a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. There's nothing else I can really do about it.
For a total of 12 damage.
12? Okay.
That's the first damage you've taken, right?
Yeah, it's first damage I've taken.
Angrily, because you've heard it a bunch, it's going to take its talons, and as it goes for the bite, it's going to swipe at Orion, hoping to, like, just do some damage. Maybe knock the spear out of your hand. It's angry at you, so it's going to roll with advantage because you went reckless to do a talon attack against you. For a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. For a total of 19 damage. Cut that in half to 9. As its talons ran into you, but you like flex your pecs a bit so it doesn't pierce as deeply, and you just get more of like a scratch wound.
It bounces off my scars.
There you go. Oh, and I have to roll to see if it gets its spores back. Okay. That concludes its turn. You are no longer stunned.
Alright.
As luckily, thanks to Orion's intervention, seems to have at least let it not fully go for an attack just against you. As its focus got shifted a bit.
It rolled a 23 on me with a bane? Ouch.
Yeah. It rolled really high, and then the bane was only a 2, so... And it's same with Jacqueline.
It was nothing that I could really do because stun. I couldn't use any of my reactions to help me.
Fortunately, no. But hey,
Yep.
Orion made it where it didn't go for both of its attacks on
Yeah,
you.
that's good.
So,
Not going
Could've-
for a frenzy yet.
yeah.
I could have tanked that damage off of you, but I figure you
Yeah, no,
as many hit points as me, and
You know, I'm just as tanky. It's
Yeah,
just
but 19.
inconvenience with
You
the
would have
stun.
took about 19 hit points from that talent attack if it was you. So.
Yeah, no.
it just would have been 9.
No,
Yeah, no, I
no,
would've-
no, on
I would've
Jacqueline.
probably gone into a,
Oh,
I
if
would-
if you reduced it, yeah. But I'm saying like
You know, I probably would have gone into a frenzy, more than likely.
maybe. Well, anyways, Nina, it's your turn. As the Bane has seemed to be somewhat effective, but seems to be still able to attack your allies. You do notice that Jacqueline like lowers the axe, as it seems that they are able to move, and you notice in the back of your eyes, behind your head, because you have those. Vesper's poison green veins they're still present, but they're no longer glowing. It seems like whatever damage was happening has not spread any further.
Okay,
Whether it be
great.
from your healing or from something else you do not know, but you feel confident that they are not in danger at the moment.
Okay, you can hear me, correct?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I am like in the kitchen right now, so I'm surprised you can.
While you're there, I mean, I'm a little hungry, so if you want to like grab me a
I
snack.
work in the kitchen.
Rude.
I work 40 hours in the kitchen.
No, I'm just
Did you
saying.
just tell her to make you a sandwich?
Not a sandwich. I said a snack, like some chips in a bowl or something. I'm not that
Dude, I
fucking.
don't have. No, I don't have chips here. I don't have chips at work either. And my residents are very disappointed. No.
Anyways, it is your turn. What are you
Alright.
going to be doing? As you feel like your Bane, you noticing it's not. It seems to still be able to do stuff.
Okay. Jesus. Okay. I can carry my laptop in here. I don't know why I'm not. Nugget. I swear. Okay. Let's go ahead and my spiritual weapon is still up, right?
Yeah, no, it's still up. As
Okay.
it's only round 5, so you have about 5 more rounds before it goes.
Oh damn, that was almost so good. Okay. 14
You
to
go,
hit.
you go for the slice, and this time it's able to catch it and kind of hold it in its bird-like hand, as it just looks at you
I
menacingly.
glare at it. I just glare at it because I can, and
Okay.
I'm slightly offended that it did that. And
Are you trying to be
because it-
intimidated about it, or are you just like
No,
glaring?
I'm just glaring. Like I'm not trying to do anything. It's just like you're annoying. Fuck you, type glare. You know.
Okay.
And hold on. I can't see how close I am. Okay. if I move to right in front of Vespa, but beside Jacqueline, would I be within touch range?
I mean, technically, you're diagonal. It's a little awkward, but yes, you are
Yeah. Okay.
technically. This is a scrawny thin, and it does take up like 4 squares, but it is scrawny. But you can potentially find purchase in it. I will say, if you move differently, you could flank it, but you know, that's up to you.
Or if you move to the north, you could still be by me and touch it.
Yeah. If you move here, you're flanking. If you move up here, you're protected by Orion. Oh, I forgot, your AC drops a little bit because she's moved at this point, so keep that note of that, Orion.
I noticed.
Okay, well, okay. So follow-up question. The spells, were they working or were they not?
You feel that they're resistant to magic of sorts. You don't know to what extent.
Okay. Sorry, I was just wanting to clarify on that. So I'm gonna step up real quick. And I'm gonna attempt to cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay. Roll for a hit.
Oh, fuck! Fuck you, you son of a bitch! Fuck! Jesus! Sorry. So
Well, that's a 1 or a 20.
No! Someone just let off fireworks.
Yeah,
right beside my house. I live right by a church.
This
field,
fireworks.
And someone's like.
Yeah, this
4th of
fireworks over
July's
here
in
too.
3 days. So it's oh god.
It's
Fucking
Canada
hate
Day
4th of
here.
July. Okay.
So.
Ooh. I'm gonna. Okay. This might be. Oh fuck. This is dumb. I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level, by the way.
At 2nd level, okay, roll to hit.
Okay. Oh please. Oh please. Oh.
Hell yeah.
No, it does. It misses, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you slip and fall. This doesn't land. Roll your 5,000 d10s.
It's 4d10s. Okay, wait. You have a special rule for nat 20s, though, right?
Double the dice damage.
Okay.
Oh, you. Oh, shit. You. Yeah. That's a nat 20 you got. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh my god!
22.
Shit! Holy.
So you do 22 damage, or is that? Oh, you didn't. No. You're doubling the die. You're not rolling the extra 4d10.
It's 44 damage.
Yeah, 44 damage.
So you're doubling the dice, not rolling to see if you can do more.
Oh.
It's your choice. Do you roll for extra d10s to see if you can do more than that?
I don't think I need to.
Yeah, weirdly enough, 22 is like perfectly average for 4d10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just leave
Do you want?
Yeah,
it's up to you. You could double the dice, or you can roll an extra dice for the different.
I'm just gonna double it. Like 44 damage is fucking insane.
Yeah. So how do you want to do this?
Okay, so like, she's like peeking out around like, Jacqueline, and she's just like feeling this energy. Her hands are still kind of blackened from Bane, and she's gonna like kind of like grease between Vespa and Jacqueline, and then just kind of reach out and just like a light touch with like.
Are you basically?
Fingers.
Oh, middle. I was gonna say, are you like just like poking it, like boop?
Kind of, but like with her middle finger, she's going to reach out, like
boop,
and it's just gonna like she's
barely touching it.
Yeah,
like
just like this effort, like you're just tired of the day. You're like this effort, like this again.
Yeah. And all the black like stuff she has on her hands are just gonna like evaporate and go into the beam thing.
And you all see this creature as you go and this ever so like, and you just barely graze its wing, and all of a sudden this creature, this massive creature, squeals in pain as it falls back and is just again, it's just rolling and just curling as you see this black, veiny, like substances surround it, and it just gets smaller and smaller as it just cracks into the skin and blood sprays out as it just goes and goes until. Make a dex saving throw, Nina, Jacqueline, and Orion, to see if you avoid the splatter as this thing just explodes in black ichor.
I'm sorry, y'all.
This is not necessarily damage.
I nat 20 this too.
Okay.
Jesus.
So you effortlessly like you like are able to just like take your shield and just
Wait,
all
what
the
kind of saving throw?
it's a dex save because you're trying to avoid the blood spatter, essentially.
Oh, fuck.
You are
Nope.
bathed in it. You are bathed in it, and also Jacqueline, you're bathed in it as the blood just. Jacqueline, you had no preparation time. You're like, oh fuck, it looks bad. Orion swats it like it's nothing with its shield, like it just knew it was gonna happen. Vesper, a bit of rain of the blood comes at you, like only a few drops. It's a bit icky, but you're not bathed in it. But Nina, you are head to toe black ichor all over you as this creature just, the full force of it just seems to come at you, almost as a revenge.
Yeah.
As
Okay, makes sense, and I'm not gonna like complain about it. So like she gets in between Vespel, and she just kind of reaches out, barely grazes it. All the like blackness on her finger like transfers into it, and then she's just like covered in blood. So and she's just gonna stand there and be like, yeah, I kind of deserve that.
I kind of look at the two blood-covered people next to me, like, yeah, after you've been covered in blood a few times, you get used to dodging it.
My God, can
Yeah,
you
just
not-
another day for me.
think of it like you
sorry
when
if
like
guys
you
can hear the
like you know when you have a bubble and it's blowing and you just have to poke it. I just imagine that's kind of what happened.
It's just a bubble of blood just popped on
Yeah.
both me and Nina.
Yeah. But the creature is dead. You don't see the bat. You think it ran away as it. Jacqueline's instinct was wrong, as it just wanted to get the fuck out.
Can I take the creature's head?
The
Just for
creature
proof.
exploded.
God damn it.
As inflict wounds is a very potent spell, and you rolled a nat 20 on it, so it did
oh
more
my
than just
God.
damage it. As,
I couldn't have planned that. I could not have planned that. That was so perfect.
so it had 33 health, by the way.
oh
So
my God.
I was baiting you to see if you took the 4 D10s
I know.
to see
I
if you
know.
might have done less, because just to see if you trust your instincts to double or not.
Yeah, my instinct said, look, 44 damage is plenty. Like, if it's not dead, it's gonna be damn hurt.
If it wasn't for the fact that the spear counted as magical, it would be less. It would have been. But yeah, so you're able to recover. Actually, you see the blood of the things. Orion there, still dagger in the pouch. Battle has ended. The corpses now around you are bathed in blood, and you see behind you, good old Gary seeming to just casually lick up some of the blood off of its like hooves and stuff, seeming to kind of groom itself. What do you guys do?
Well, I'll pull the knife out and show it to everybody.
Does it, do I recognize this dagger at
It-
all?
I mean, it looks like the dagger described by the brothers, Tivac and Morgra.
One of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear fireworks now. I live in the city limits. They're not supposed to
Magra.
be
It's
firing.
Magra. Tivac and
Right, there's
and
one.
Margra.
I hand it
Whoa.
to. I hand it over to Vesper. Is it magic or special or just an heirloom? Hand it to her.
I'm gonna cast Identify. I can't cast Identify on it. Never mind. Just kidding. I used both my spell slots.
You can.
I can ritual cast Identify.
It takes 10 minutes, but you can. Are you gonna take the
Why
time
don't
while
we
you're
move away from the massive rotting corpse and then do that?
Yeah, there's a there the Udak is still there if you want to like get a trophy out of it maybe, or if you like there's still a corpse of the Udak and there's a bunch of bodies around. Like, do you do anything with the bodies? Like, do you just leave them be?
I think Jacqueline, seeing they're probably like adventures and stuff, right?
Yeah, they look like warriors of some sort, all human.
I think Jacqueline would try and make try and make as many graves as she could in the time and bury them.
Yeah, roll a dex or strength to see either how strong you are at digging the grave or how agile you are at digging like efficiently.
You said dex or strength?
Yes, I'll let you make the choice.
do-
And if you
do
have
strength.
athletics, you can use athletics for this.
Oh, hold on. I think my athletics is better. Yeah, my athletics is way better than my strength.
This is a feat of strength, so I'll allow athletics.
Can I roll back on my roll and do athletics instead?
Oh,
Or
you
do
already.
want me just...
Oh, you already rolled the strength check?
Because
Yeah.
you said strength before.
Well,
I
you
could
rolled a
do-
4. What's your athletics?
My athletics is +6, so
So
it
that's a
would've been,
10.
Yeah, it would be a 10 instead.
Yeah. Yes. What's Nina gonna be doing as you're bathed in the blood? Well, ichor. It's not blood. It's ichor technically.
Yeah. I was trying to say, and I don't know. Like, I can't tell with my head when I use my mute button on my headphones. I can't tell if it's muted or not. But Nina would like to help in some way, either with guidance or like advantage. She would be just
if you're-
helping dig graves or like kind of like just doing like.
I would say you're a cleric, like you know funeral rites for your at least what your understanding of funeral rites. You know, you're so I will allow the I'll give you because so you're helping dig the grave.
Yeah.
I'll say that you're assisting in the sense that you're giving them the proper like whatever, sending them off and putting them in the putting in the grave. So with advantage, so roll one more time to see if you can be a little bit more efficient, Jacqueline.
So 10 is the current one.
If they're gonna be doing that, I could be off to the side casting.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. While they're doing
I'll keep
that,
a watch out. I'm not gonna loot, but I'm just gonna keep a watch out.
roll a perception check for me while you're looking. And 14.
Yeah, 14 is the better.
My perception test is bad.
What's your perception roll?
I rolled a 3, so to come down at my passive.
I mean,
My passive's a
passively.
14.
Yeah, passively you don't
rolls a
notice
7.
anything. Yeah, so passively you don't notice anything. You're actively looking around. There's a bunch of trees. It doesn't seem like anything's nearby. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything.
What about Nina's passive?
You're focused right now. You're focused on the. Yes, you have high perception, but you're focused right now. You're also still bathed in the blood as you're like giving these holy ceremonies of like goodbye. So as you're digging, there's about 20 bodies. I'll say with a 14, you're able to get through 3/4 of them by the time you be able to identify the dagger.
Okay.
So, Orion, you see Jacqueline digging, and then you see both of them throwing bodies in graves, and you see Nina still bathed in blood, or ichor, doing some holy, like, cross, whatever funeral rite shit that you want to come up with. It just looks wild. And you cast Identify on the dagger. And if I remember correctly, let me just pull it up so I make sure I'm correct on it. You get the sense that this dagger is well crafted and seems to have a hint of magical essence to it, allowing it to be a bit more precise in its ability to be stabbed. You notice that is a dagger +1.
That's cool.
And thank you for the follow there, Dark Gladius. But yes, you have a dagger +1 now. It takes you another 10 minutes to finish the bodies. I imagine you finished doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you figure out that it's a dagger +1. Vesper does the ritual, putting in the, getting the incenses lit and stuff like that, drawing the circle, all of that fun stuff, doing the chants. The dagger levitates in the ground from the ground as it swirls with magical energy as Vesper's eyes glow. This magnificent glow. You say it's golden light is your magic, correct?
Because this is magic she learned from Galstriad, I would imagine that this would actually have more of like a cosmic appearance to it. So
Okay. Okay.
purple and silver,
Okay.
nebulas and stars and stuff.
So their eyes open up, and Orion, you're the only one that noticed this. Almost like looking into the night sky, but with a purple hue to it. Their eyes glow as all of a sudden the energy swirls around this dagger, and in an instant, Vesper, dagger +1, magical weapon. And then
But I know that this dagger belongs to,
the Waste Walkers.
yeah.
Who mentioned that they might be heading to Bazahan in the future.
Cool, cool, cool. Oh my fucking god.
Yes?
Sorry. No, I look up and my cat's just sitting there in my window staring at me. I also didn't realize I wasn't muted. I'm sorry. I can't tell if I'm muted with these damn headphones.
Now, I'll say that Jacqueline and Nina, as you are finding bodies, one of the last bodies you find, you notice a striking resemblance to those siblings. An older fellow, grays in their hair, with their insignia on their chest plate. Bruised, blunted, torn to sunder. Their face barely recognizable as it got crushed, but you're still able to make some features in its face, as it's missing one arm, and a bit of its lower torso is torn out.
Jeez.
But you can tell, because upon identifying the thing, you, Vesper, the engraving of a name pops out to you in like magical arcanic rune-like structure. The name Kristali Wastewalker appears while you're identifying the magic. And I'll spell it out in the thing for you all.
Please do.
Are you taking notes for me, Nina?
So that
No,
is the
sorry.
first name,
I
and it's Wastewalker. I guess I'll spell the last name, even though it's...
Can you put that in the Discord chat?
Oh
since,
yeah.
Yeah. You said he had a sigil, was it on his chest plate or?
Yeah,
the
it's like
shield,
kind of like
something
part
that?
of the test plate, but it's like the armor is badly thin and like you can't like remove if you think of removing it, it's part of it and his armor is fucked.
Is there any way I can salvage the armor to keep the sigil on, or no?
I will let you either make a survival check or perception check or even an investigation check. I'll say
guidance.
investigation is probably your best chance as you're really analyzing it. Survival is just looking at like the wounds and your own logic of it, and perception is just like you're taking a glance at it.
How's your investigation, Nina?
Fuck. Hold on. Sorry, I'm also trying to move around because I did not get a lot of sleep. So if I'm sitting down, I'm gonna fall asleep.
No worries. We've got
I
about.
mean, I'm sure we're all about to have a very long weekend with the holidays and everything. If we want to try and wrap things up, we
Well,
can.
that's
I
that's
have
the
no
thing. You're
issue.
about to make, like, you're about to make to
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Okay.
we're wrapping
I
up
like
this
level
part.
up.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good to keep going for a little bit. It's just
Mhm.
investigation's not all that great for me.
Okay, I think I probably had the better one then.
So roll. So are you helping, Nina?
I was just gonna cast guidance.
Okay. You're both together helping with it, so I'll say you're close enough to be able to do it. You're kind of assisting in all of
Yeah.
that. So yes, you can roll and put guidance. So roll with a extra D4.
Okay, I have to do D4 separate because I don't know how I can do that.
There is no way to do it.
Yeah.
So roll
So-
investigation. The DC is not necessarily like amazingly high, but
Well, how about a 9 plus?
Well-
You said D4?
D4.
Yeah.
This might be enough.
2, so that's 11.
Okay. You think you might be able to pull it apart off this body?
Okay. Like, I'll probably be, like, carefully, like, trying to undo the straps and all that to the
Okay.
chest plate,
All right.
until they pull it off.
So carefully and slowly, I'm imagining. So
Yeah, like, try not to, like, jostle the body too much and stuff.
okay. You are able to unstrap it and stuff. I need you to do a strength check, as you need to pull this chest plate off of this corpse,
Okay.
as it seems to be a bit snug and stuck, and you're not sure why.
7. God, why are my rolls terrible tonight?
Do you
I
guidance
fucking
this
hate
too,
my
or
You and me, honey.
Alright.
Yeah.
okay?
I would have been guiding.
Just guidance.
Yeah, I mean it's a cantrip, so like whenever
Just-
you can, it's just kind of.
Just
another
smacking the
guidance.
shit out of Jacqueline. Just do better.
Pull yourself together.
You just like smack the helmet, their helmet. Just get
Well,
better.
Helmet pops off.
Add a plus
again.
4.
I'm like Edna molding it, like pull yourself together.
So add a D4.
I'm like, why? I just reached my steps.
Okay.
There's resistance there. You feel like maybe if you
7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 10.
yeah, it's 10. You feel resistance. You feel like you might
Okay.
have to give it a few more tries. You think maybe you can do it, but you just can't do it in this moment.
Okay.
I'll say you'll confidently say one more try. You feel like you could maybe get it. Roll
Okay.
one more time with guidance, because Nina's just smacking you like crazy, making sure you do good.
Okay. That's way better. Okay, 17, and then hold on. I roll guidance anyways, but 18, 19.
18? So that you're above the
No,
DC.
No, it's 19. It'll be 19. 'cause
19, yeah.
17 plus
You're
2.
above the DC for it by a lot. You go for a big tug, and you underestimate your strength in this, and you pull, and as you pull it off, the blood and the skin rips off, and you see the inside of this torso, as part of its rib cage is still attached to the test plate, as it seems to have been, the dents have like infused into its body a bit, as the decaying corpse, who has been decaying for a little bit now, seems to have come off. And now you have the test plate of this, which is a, I'll say like a half plate. But parts of the body are still attached to it, as you can see the inside of the test of this poor fellow.
Can I please just take off the pieces? I want to turn this chest plate to the people. Not give them give them half the body with it.
I'll say you're able to clean it up over the course of the day, but I'm just saying,
I have
I-
blacksmith tools and experience working with
Yeah.
armor. If I can beat it back into shape.
Yeah,
You're-
I think I have leather workers tools too.
yeah. Between both of you, I'll say over the course of the day, you're able to fix it up. It's not mint condition, but you're able to make it at least less obvious a battle, which you know, if you want to make it look decent that you've done it, you're able to clean up the body parts off of it, and you're able to give
Here,
a proper
we brought
barrier
you this armor and part of your relative.
to remember them by. It's like a wishbone, right?
No.
But yeah,
We made
so
several wishes. We broke all their ribs.
As they say, ribs do grow back.
by the way, the guidance is what the threshold for you to like pull it apart. By the way, so
Jeepers.
yeah, because you're a +5 past the DC. Anyways, so you're able to do that. You're able to identify the dagger. You can see the walls of Bazahan coming in over the hill. You're making your way towards it. I will say on the corner of Nina's eyes, because again, her fucking perception, you see an overturned wagon that is slightly off course from the road.
Okay. I'm not gonna mention it quite yet. I'm just gonna hold on, wait, what is it called? I'm just gonna Eyes of the Grave. Because it's within 6 yeah. Well, I mean, that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected from divination.
It's
and
kind of like,
things
so like imagine like a kind of ditch kind of situation, like it dips down a
Yeah.
bit. So like I'll say if you wait a little bit, you can get, it's 60 feet, you can get within 60 feet of it and do your Eyes of the Grave if you
Yeah.
wish. Remind me what
Okay,
it does, Eyes of the Grave? I believe it just sees undead, or is it specifically
as an
undead, or is
action,
it any...
You know the location of any undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected from divination magic.
Okay. So you see anything... You detect anything. You don't see it. You detect anything that is considered...
Yeah.
And
I just
very...
kind of get like a little ping.
Okay, so a little pin about anything that's undead, fiendish, or is it...
It just says of any I mean, okay.
Is it specifically
maybe I'm gonna-
undead, does it say?
Yeah, actually, okay.
No, I'm not trying, I'm just making sure I understand the spell that's only undead, because I
Yeah.
know like Detect Good and Evil has like a huge list, so I'm just...
Yeah, Detect Good and Evil is like Fae, Fiend, Celestial, and...
I just want to make sure I'm not making a mistake here. It's just
No,
undead?
it's-
You do pick up a pin of what appears to be three pins of something undead near the wagon.
I'm so glad I did that. Nina will get the pings, and before anyone can say anything, she'll go, just don't. Just... No. Nina's like exhausted right now. She wants to get to this town. She wants to rest. She's just tired. Nina's tired.
I just find it really funny. Just don't.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
never mind. You behind total cover. You don't detect anything. There's no pin. My bad.
Damn it. Okay. I wish.
In character, you have no clue. You don't detect anything.
Yeah.
Oops.
Once seen undead fighting undead.
That is my
Um,
apologies. I looked at the. This is why I wanted to really make sure I understood the spell or this
Yeah.
feature.
No, see that.
You don't.
Man,
There's
I just-
nothing. Nothing
No, I
pins you.
know. I do wish detect undead, especially since it's channel divinity. I wish I could still detect it. You know, maybe, but well,
Mhm.
Did I mark it? Okay. No, I did.
I will say you do notice there are bodies, what looks to be an orc and what looks to be drow-like. You can't
Okay.
quite make out the details, though you can tell it looks like the orc's neck is very much broken, and you spot somewhat of a glint in all around the neck, like the light
Okay.
reflection of something.
Okay. Can I go ahead and do like a like a I mean, I don't know if it would be perception, but like as they're walking, she's gonna try get like more of a good look and see if it might seem kind of like
So you walk closer to it.
maybe kind of. I don't want to like walk closer to it. She'll be really aware of it, if that makes sense. She's just trying to.
It's close enough to the road you guys are gonna pass it. It's just you
Okay.
see it ahead of them. And as you get closer, by the time they activate Eyes of the Grave, you all can see this overturned.
I
Oh.
still. Okay. After everything, Nina still doesn't trust it. Um. Can I just? I just want to do like a perception check to see if it like. I mean. Okay. Hold on. I
I'll
guess
say
I'm
it
trying to
probably like
gleam
that.
to like see if like any of this seems like intentional. If it seems like maybe the wagon might have been like purposely overturned in some way, or like maybe like
So you
glean
kind of
what happened.
discern if it's naturally overturned.
Yeah.
I could tell you without a check, you could tell it's not naturally overturned, but you roll a perception check to see if you can discern whether it looks like a trap might be activated here,
Okay.
as that's what I think you're
That's
trying to
not
suss
great.
out.
Yeah, basically. 17.
17? It doesn't look like it looks like an accident happened. And with a 17, you can notice that there looks to be maybe a key on the orc.
Damn it. Okay. Nina's just gonna kind of look at it and go, I don't think there's anything for us here. I say we keep going. I'm pretty tired. Nina's still very tired.
I know,
like,
I know. It's just. Do you mention the key at least, or are you just saying there's nothing? Let's
No.
go. No? Okay. Do anybody else see the wagon and are curious about it as you are passing by it?
Can I roll a perception check, see if I recognize? Because you said it was an orc.
There's an orc and
And
what
some
looks to be
drow,
like
looking.
two drows. They're dressed like merchants, I'll say. Like they're
Okay,
definitely
that's-
dressed like merchants.
Alright.
Your guys are close enough you can discern it. They're not armored or anything like that.
you son of a bitch, stop it. Jesus Christ.
So, you want to roll a perception though? To see if you recognize them?
What? Well, you said they look like merchants, so
Yeah.
close enough being merchants. Let's,
See if you like saw them at the caravan or something like that.
can I actually do an investigation? See if I know.
You would have to get
Like how they
closer to the
crash?
wagon and actually like touch them and like look through them. That's what investigation entails.
If Nina notices anyone like stepping closer to it, she is gonna stop them and say, look, I don't think there was anything for us here. I just want to get to this town.
Fine. Well,
This
we'll report it when we get to the town. I think that's the best bet.
you guys don't want to touch the wagon? You don't want to know what's in the wagon?
No, I don't think Nina does. Like everything so far has been like harmful, and
I will investigate the wagon. Why not?
Okay.
Unless the group is dead set on not investing in the wagon, I don't see why in character we wouldn't, other than the fact that we know that there's undead there, but we don't know there's undead there.
You
like,
don't
Nina-
know what kind of undead, and there technically you don't know at all there's undead. That was
Yeah.
my error.
Well, players know.
Yeah, players
Nina
know
still
that there's something undead. Yes, but
Okay, if Ryan's going, I'm going then.
all right.
Nina's
So
still dead set on like continuing on because like so far in whole mind everything we've come across has been like trying to kill her. She's kind of zonked out on like stuff right now, and she knows we're kind of close to the town. She's just trying to like get us there as quickly as possible at this point. And that's kind of what I've been saying. Of like, guys,
okay.
I really don't think there's anything here. We're close to this town. I'm exhausted. I think we should just keep going, and we can always check back later.
Well, Orion and Jacqueline go. Jacqueline, you said you're investigating the bodies. What is Orion investigating? Are you going around to the wagon to see inside the wagon, the crates? What are you doing?
I'll move around to look inside the wagon, keep an eye on Jacqueline.
Okay, Jacqueline, do an investigation roll for me as you inspect the bodies.
Alright, I'm at least proficient in investigation stuff.
As
Give me,
I'll say,
give me a quick
Vesper
roll.
and
Alright, this is better.
Nina. I'm guessing Vesper, you're staying with Nina.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of like on the cart, kind of just letting the
Yeah.
cart continue as they look.
Yeah.
I want to have like let it go at the pace, but she would be sitting there, just kind of like
Keeping an eye.
Like-
You're keeping an eye.
yeah, keeping an eye, just kind of like sitting there, cross-legged. Like.
Oh,
arms
can I
down
do a
the waist.
check if I fix my pepper box?
Yeah, on the road, I'll say you can roll to fix your. So roll your Tinkerer's tool with proficiency and all that fun stuff to see if you how well you repair it. If I remember correctly, it's a
Okay.
quarter of its cost, or is it half its cost? But if a high roll, it's quarter. I can't remember.
So D&D Beyond says half, but if you look up the notes on it by Taliesin and Matt, it's a quarter.
Okay, I'll say it's a quarter then. I would rather the people who created it.
Yeah. And then so that's what, Dex plus my proficiency.
It's intelligence base. Describe how you're repairing this. Tell me how you're repairing this. Are you just using your knowledge of the gun? Are you like going through the parts individually and fine
I mean,
tuning
they're
it?
tinkerer's tools. She knows this gun inside and out.
Okay, then there'd be.
Because her father taught her how to build it, so I would imagine it would be a Dex.
Oh, so you're taking the parts and carefully like fine tuning it, cleaning where you need to, replacing the parts. All right, Dex modifier, proficiency modifier, D20. Something
Okay.
to keep a note when it comes to tools. All tools can use any of the skills depending on how you describe how you're using the tools.
Mhm.
That's how
Okay,
they
that's
work.
cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's how tools are supposed to work, and that's how they're described in the handbook.
Okay. Let me do some math real quick, because I want to make sure that I can afford this. No, wait, stop. Divided by 4
Well,
equals...
I think, but,
So-
I mean,
So, okay, we're gonna get to that. While you're doing that, Orion okay, so Jacqueline, what was your investigation roll?
I got a 22.
A 22? Okay, you're able to find the key. You find a few coppers in the bodies of them, and you can tell that the orc's neck is severely broken. You can surmise it probably was the fall that broke its neck, and not necessarily a ill will thing.
I
But
rolled
you're
a 24.
yeah, a 24.
It's not like they were attacked.
Yeah. You're actually able to repair it. You're actually able to find certain parts that weren't as damaged as you thought they were, and able to fix it up to use them. The cost is reduced by half of the amount that you would have.
Oh, okay, cool.
also, I think something that Nina would do if ever needed is that if like Vestable's trying to fix a gun or buy parts for it, Nina would like chip in. How like
I mean, technically, it's a process that takes a while, so guidance wouldn't work.
no
And
no no like money
oh,
monetary
money.
wise.
Okay, money wise. Well, you
Yeah, so
technically
like
don't
if
have
like
the money for the parts right now.
no okay like
So this
no
is
that's just future reference.
yeah,
Future reference. If Vespa's buy like buying materials or like trying to fix it and like that cost thing that
yeah,
I'll probably never understand, Nina will
yeah.
try to help and
You can help
fix.
monetary. You don't know the gun. You wouldn't be able to like in
Yeah,
this
no no
case.
no no.
Yeah. Okay.
Nina knows nothing about the gun. She's not going to try to understand the gun, but she
Okay.
just knows it
Just
means a
making
lot to
sure you
Vespa.
understand, like, when it comes to assisting, you have to have at least a grasp of what's
Yeah,
happening
no.
to, okay. So, all
Yeah,
right.
it's not
Anyways,
assisting. It's just
let's get focused
helping
on the
money.
task at hand, because it's getting
Okay.
late. And this is not necessarily going to be a big thing. I need Orion to do an investigation roll. You're able to find a few copper scraps. You can tell there's a broken neck on the orc, and you're able to recover a key, a small key that you assume opens something. Orion.
15 plus 0, so 15.
15. As you open the door and start to scrummage around, all of a sudden, 3 lights illuminate inside the wagon before they come outside, appearing in various locations.
Oh wow, I'm so surprised. Like I knew something was here.
As you are now surrounded by lights. And Nina, you're able to determine these lights. You're able to see these lights. Jacqueline, you're kind of, you
Okay.
might be able to corner eye see some lights as
Would
these lights block. Yeah.
would Eyes of the Grave even be up still?
It's till your next turn. So if you cast it before they went to investigate, it would be gone by this point.
Okay.
As like 6 seconds have definitely gone by.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I forget that it's on 6 seconds. I don't know why I do, but
Yeah. Even if you're
Okay.
not in combat still. And then I do
Yeah.
need everybody to roll for initiative.
Alright. Oh, we'll beat up some fancy lights. Well, that's a
I really hope this combat's quick.
It's your
19.
19.
10.
10. What's yours?
17.
17.
Oh, I see.
Oh, whoops, I put the 17. You see what?
Nothing, just the creatures are fighting the will-o-wisps.
You don't know what they are technically, but yes.
I don't above table.
Yeah,
Above table.
yeah.
I don't know what.
Now you
Jacqueline doesn't know
understand
what they
why
are,
I was
but
being
I
very particular, because like they are
but I know
technically
what they
invisible
are.
creatures by default. And what
Yeah.
was Vespers? Again, this combat didn't last that long, or else I would have skipped it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Vesper?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your initiative?
Oh, sorry. Braid shut down. 15.
15? Okay. Oh, not 150. That's impossible.
That'd be boss, though.
Ryan, you're surrounded by lights as all of a sudden you open the door, and as you're about to like go through it, you're interrupted by these lights surrounding you. What do you
Have we
do?
fought will-o-wisp before in this game?
No.
Not in this game.
No.
I will say you being attuned to nature and like you hear stories and folk tales of the will-o-wisps. You would have a base understanding that they are not necessarily always bad, but they are spirits of sorts. They could there may be spirits of a like family members that linger in a home. They might be in the forest as forest like protect spirits. but they are known to just
I
be spirits. But they are undead in nature.
okay. How much would Nina know about them?
You being a cleric, you would understand that wisps are not innately they're not they are a force of chaos. This it's up to the spirit of the wisp of what it would how it reacts. It could be someone who is vengeful, but it could be somebody who just was died a horrible death and wasn't able to move on. You,
Yeah.
they're not necessarily innately aggressive, but they might still be reactive, is the
Yeah.
best words. And there's like they light up the radius
Yeah.
around them.
I had a grave domain cleric who had a will-o-wisp trapped in a bottle, and she didn't remember how she got it, and like there was a cool backstory I had with one, so I
Mhm.
find them really interesting. But boy,
Okay, so if we have 3 dead merchants here in the wagon, right?
3 dead travelers, merchants, yes, and
Alright,
then
I'm
3
gonna try
wisp.
this.
Yeah.
I'm going to move 1 space to the southwest and see if the one that I leave that's range attacks me. Because you
So
were just telling me that they're not necessarily evil; they could just be spirits that haven't passed on. So I'm just gonna try walking out of the center and see if that one attacks me. And if that one attacks me, I'm just gonna assume they're all hostile.
okay. Um, it's going to it is going to do. It's gonna a little bit of lightning comes out of it as it reactively reacts to your movement. As you do, it's unsure of your nature itself, and so at the moment it's reacting off of just the suddenness of your opening and rummage through the wares. So it's gonna take an attack roll against you. That is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Bear with me, guys. This shouldn't be a long encounter. That is a total of 12 lightning damage.
And I'm not raging, so I take all that.
wait, hold on. Oh, wait, what is the thingy?
All right, now I'm going to rage and start laying into them.
Okay. You can target 1 or 2.
I will take whichever one's next to the wagon.
Okay, so this one. So go ahead. Roll
and
for an
I
attack.
will go reckless.
As you angrily get shocked, the lightning kind of sparking off of you. Still, your muscles bulge and you just go in a rageful. Go for your attack roll with advantage.
Highest would be a 14.
Highs of 14. Unfortunately, these spiritual lights seem to be slightly incorporeal, and you're unable to make purchase.
That's all I got.
All right. That means it is Nina's turn.
So I've always wanted to use this, and I've never actually got the chance to. Channel Divinity, Turn Undead.
Okay. Describe Turn Undead, please.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censoring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the
Okay.
creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't really move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reaction.
You're not high enough level where it doesn't kill it right away, right?
No, not yet.
Okay. So first
As-
wisp fails. Yeah.
I'll post this in the Call the Netherdeep chat.
Fails. And fails. Oh, I forgot to put the dice. Come on. They are all currently turned. So in turn, a fright condition, right?
As a question,
Yes.
because I think you said it's any creature within, that can see or hear you within 30 feet, right?
Yes.
That's undead.
That's undead. Yep.
Alright, so
Make
wisdom
a
save for me, right?
yes, but yes, it is. I will say yeah. Just roll. See what happens.
I don't know what the.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 6. That's a straight up 6.
You are currently. You don't feel like you want to go anywhere closer to Nina.
Taunt creature must spin its tones trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't really, it can't take reaction. For its action, it can only use a dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, it can only use, for its action, it can only use the dash. Okay. So taunt creatures try to move away.
Yeah. But you can theoretically go wide and still go to the wisp. You just can't get anywhere closer to Nina. I'll say, for your sake, you're able to resist the full effect of Turn Undead. You just don't feel comfortable going closer to Nina. I'll say that you're not fully undead, so you're able to resist some aspects of it.
Yeah, but I still get affected by undead spells.
Would I be willing, like, oh my god.
It's just Turn Undead is all undead nearby. There's no specification on picking targets, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering if in the future maybe I could like exempt him or like.
Maybe, but you don't have quite a bond with Jacqueline just yet.
Yeah, I know. That's why right now I'm like, okay, like this makes sense right now, but.
Also, I'd imagine that Nina's like, okay, I see 3 undead right there. Like you said, probably Nina's very tired and all that, so not thinking of Jacqueline.
Mm-hmm.
At the time.
Yes. So that's your action. You still have bonus action.
Okay, Nina's just gonna like step closer to the wisp. And hopefully like get them.
How
like,
much closer?
Yeah, probably like right there.
Okay, so you get off the wagon and then like, or your cart.
Yeah, just close enough that like it will hopefully make the wisps wanna like move away so that we can all just go.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they kind of seem hostile-ish, so like she just wants to get us all out at this point.
Okay, so that's your turn.
I mean, I do have a bonus action.
There then.
Oh, there's actually. Oh, whoops. But yeah, I could do.
It right now.
There's actually that, so it's not actually frightened. Okay.
Oh.
That's it?
Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah.
Okay, it's the one wisp turn. It's gonna, like I said, use its action to try to flee. You do have an opportunity to attack her, Ryan.
I'll take it.
Okay. You still have advantage because you went reckless. I'm not an asshole that's like, you can only do it on your turn. Roll with advantage because you're still reckless.
21.
You definitely fucking hit it.
Damn.
Roll for damage.
9.
9? You see it disappear as, even though you don't feel like you did a lot of damage, the silvery light of the spear seems to be more potent against it, as it's now all of a sudden sprinkles into dust. And now it's Vesper's turn.
She's just gonna turn around and walk away because she sees and understands what Nina's trying to do.
So you just forgo your turn.
Yep.
Okay. It is now this one. It's going to use its ability to start to flee. And this one's also going to use its ability to flee. It's Jacqueline's turn.
I'm gonna use my ability to flee.
Well, technically the opposite direction would be over here.
Yeah, so you see...
I'll give you a
Vesper-
chance to do a wisdom saving throw to resist the flee aspect. I'll be-
mean,
You are like a more intelligent, like.
I know. I just found it funny. Wisdom saving throw, you said? Okay, let's see if I resist. Nope, that's a 5.
Lol.
So use your dash and all of that to flee.
Yeah, so in the complete opposite direction, so hold on. My dash is, so I'd be moving 60. So yeah, we'll see. You just see Jacqueline dash this way then. Off that way.
Mm-hmm.
Nina will.
You gotta unpause the game for.
Oh, sorry, yeah, because you actually have access. My apologies. You
Yeah,
you can now move.
Yeah, so just see Jacqueline like dash off.
Nina would notice Jacqueline running, right?
You have high enough perception. Yeah, you would notice this.
Nina's just kind of like, oh, right. Ugh.
Oh no, I'm probably on my horse actually, so I'm just running my horse off.
No, you're off of it because you're investigating.
I'm off it. Okay.
Your horse starts to follow you. Like, what the fuck's going on? And that is your turn.
Yeah,
Orion,
it's my turn.
what do you do as you see the things floating away?
I run one of them down and attack.
Okay, go ahead. Go for an attack.
Just move me like directly under the one to the left, I guess.
Roll with
Still
advantage. Yeah, roll with advantage. If you roll high enough, something might happen.
Nat 20 on the first roll.
Alright, go for damage.
Um, 11 damage.
In your you're going charging. You go for a like you're using your spear still, right? You haven't mentioned this switching it. You go in and you go for it, and like as they're fleeing, they're kind of doing the back and forth motion, like they're like doing like the like a DNA helix kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? They're kind of intertwining as they're trying to flee. You see that moment where they are both lined up, and you're able to hit both of them as they pop.
Nice. It's actually 13 damage. I forgot to roll my dice twice.
Oh,
Alright, I skewer them both.
even though you think that they should be more resilient, it seems like your spear holds a certain energy in it that allows it to affect spirits in a certain way. And and in that moment, at the cart, 3 spirits pop up. 2 drow and 1 orc in spear corporeal form appear at the cart. What do you guys do?
Nina's just gonna. I guess in Vespo's mind, say, well, we just gotta go.
Vesper's still just walking away.
Yeah, I'll say like Vesper is at this point just like doesn't care. Orion, what do you do?
I'm gonna keep using bonus action to keep my rage up, and I'm gonna stalk towards the spirits. I'm not exactly gonna like charge into them. I want to see if they're hostile first.
So you're gonna go like right in front of them basically, kind of
Yeah.
on edge. Thank you, traveler, for freeing us, allowing us to ascend. Please take this token as our gratitude, as well as whatever you find in the wagon. You gain the charm of heroism, Orion,
Nice.
as you slayed each of the wisps, basically freeing them from their bonds. I'll say the effect only lasts a minute. You're no longer turned undead, Jacqueline.
Thank
You
you.
managed to give yourself benefit of a potion of heroism as an action. Nice.
In turn, you basically gain an access of 10 temporary hit points as a choice. And you have that permanently until you use it. So it's just a free extra bit of tinkiness.
I
The
completely
best
forgot
person
about
on the
those.
party got it too.
I completely forgot about those other random charms we got at the fair too.
Yeah.
Alright,
So,
gotta come up.
I'll say you take the time to examine the wagon afterwards. With your previous roll, you saw something before while the lights came at you, Orion. You find a strong box in there. Modest size. Might hold something. It is currently locked.
Can I use the key
we
that I
just found a
on the
key?
work?
It opens up. In the locked iron box, you find 50 gold pieces and a potion of giant strength. Hell giant strength.
Is that
Nice.
how much gold? 50?
50 gold and a potion of giant strength. AKA, I make you strong. Big strong.
Okay. Hold on. So 50
Well,
gold.
Vesper didn't help, so she gets none of that.
Well,
gold.
you're still walking.
Uh,
You're at this point, you are off the fucking map. You have just been walking.
Let's see. It should be a potion
Nina
then. So
would be pretty close. Nina's like going slower than Vespa, but like she's just kind of.
You
slowly
just
walking.
ignore all of that shit. You're like, I'm just so done.
Yeah, Nina's just tired.
Okay.
is it just giant strength or is it a
Potion of
specific
giant strength, hill, specifically. I don't. There's different ones. It's the hill giant strength.
Uh,
AKA a strength sword
there
of
it is.
21 for an hour.
Potion of Jesus Christ. Okay. Potion of hill giant strength. Okay. Adding
Mhm.
that.
Hey, you can have it, or I don't know what strengths are for Orion, but both of you can benefit from it. So.
Yeah, both of us benefit from it.
But this add it as the universal party loot if you really want to.
Hold on. I'll move it then. I'll move it to my backpack. No. Yeah, I'll move it to my backpack.
Yeah.
'Cause
But yeah.
I got the goggles and night in my
AFK
backpack.
just a moment, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And so, like, the spirits basically fade away after they thank you and grant you that boon. You get the things, and you continue towards the Bazahan. And judging from the actually, I'll wait. I want to wait for Ryan to go back. So, but I will say we're wrapping up here. So
Okay.
just get nice and comfy because we're at the tail end.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep both of if it's party loot, if I'm carrying it, I put them in because for some odd reason I have a chest separate from everything else.
I think it's part of your feature of your backstory. I think.
Yeah, it's probably part of my feed. It's something like that or my backstory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just keep like party items in there then. So goggles of night and potion of hill giant strength. Nice. You said it gives you a strength of 21 for an hour?
Yes.
Jeez, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's not as great as the belt, which is a permanent, but it's nice little extra boost to your strength when need be.
Yes, because I know what belt you're talking about.
There's two belts. One is the basically that potion, and another one that does 29 strength score, and it's very very rare. It's a legendary belt.
Yeah, I think if I remember,
And if you have that, well, you are strong.
Above table, I think I know which one that one is. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with, I think, Thor, I want to say, but I'm not too
Yeah.
sure.
It's really nice because if you're a barbarian, you could go high dex, high con, and then if you get the belt, you don't have to worry about your strength score as much.
Oh yeah, no.
And it allows you basically to be very strong and high dex and all that fun stuff and be like basically a tank. But yes,
Nice.
you guys are going to be arriving to Bazahan. That means a level up is going to happen. Remember
Sorry,
rule.
I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, so you're back. All right. So as you continue this path, jutting from the rusty orange mountains of the eastern Zorhas are tall spires of black stone. This is the Betrayer's Rise, a foul fortress from times long past. Beneath the spires, a fast gate blocks all entry to the military outpost of Bazahan, which sits in the shadows of the Betrayer's Rise. Crumbling and desolate circles huddle between watchtowers, iron watchtowers, and soldiers of the Aura Watch patrol the tops of the walls of the massive gate ahead of you. As you approach, the guard on the wall barks, "Identify!" And before you can reply, the guard looks, squints a bit. Relax. They're friends of the dynasty. No further need. Come to the gate.
Vesper is extremely skeptical.
If you take a second to look, I'll say Nina can see with their perception. The guy that says no need thirst, you recognize as one of the patrols that you came across while you were traveling along the road.
Oh.
And with your assistance, they see you as an ally. As well, you shared a meal with them.
Yep, prayer bearers in the house.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys approach the gates, and the gates begin to open, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. If you want to see, this is what the gate looks like as you approach.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
very cool.
Interesting. Scary, but cool.
But as
Sorry
you
about
have
the-
it, yes.
Go on.
So as you come down, it's becoming closer to evening time at this point. You've been on the road for a while. You're a bit tired. And you're about to approach the next portion of your adventure. This ominous, lingering fortress might have answers you seek. At least you hope has the answers you seek. As we begin the next chapter of this adventure.
I'm assuming we get a long rest.
You?
in-
No. You're just
No?
at the gate. You didn't sleep.
Okay.
You didn't sleep yet.
I would hope we go find. Either we make camp some.
I'll say you get.
outside
I'll say you can have a
or
short
find-
rest before you arrive the gate, but you wouldn't get a long rest. Just because you guys were on the road. You were close enough where you were able to come across the wagon and the creature on the same day, and then you reach the gates basically at the end of the day. So
Oh,
unless you want to retroactively say you take an extra night before you arrive.
Well, if we end up leveling up, we're gonna take a long rest anyway.
You need to level up to take the long rest. I'm saying the level happens on your long rest. So if you want to theoretically camp outside the gate, like the gates, like you like right before entering, if you want to do that, if your characters think it's like you want to like take a rest before going to the gates, like you're right at like the top of the hill towards the gates, I'll allow that.
That makes sense, because if we look over, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a giant military fortress. Let's make sure we're ready before we
Okay.
walk into there.
Retroactively, before you interact with the guard, you camp for the night. You guys level up. I need you guys
Okay.
before we end. I need you guys to roll for your HP.
Long rest. Okay.
Can you roll a d12 for me since I don't have a way to roll it?
Yeah. Okay. You want to roll a D12. Do you want me to do it virtually or with my physical die?
Whichever way you'd like.
I'll do
me
it
see.
virtually so that, you know.
Level 5.
So it's a D12, you said, right?
HP.
Yes, d12.
All right.
Let me see. What's the hit die?
11.
Again?
So you have 11 hit points there.
Oof, I
Plus
rolled a
my-
2.
Plus my con, so it's 15 more.
Nice.
Uh,
You rolled a 2. Unfortunately, you know, you hit and miss with those. It's not a 1 at least.
What do I roll for a fighter again?
10. A D10.
1d10.
Yes.
How do we level up on D&D Beyond?
You go.
click on the little anvil, and
Okay,
then you'll
so
go to
it's-
class, and there'll be a drop-down menu that says
Got it.
level.
I see it.
So I got a 3.
So you got 3 more hit points plus your con. It automatically updates on the website.
Okay, so I think I just so I'm trying to figure this out because I leveled up. I got 41. I went from 38 to 41.
Yeah. So when you
So-
go to the roll HP, just add the number you just set,
Oh
and
my
that's
god.
it.
Oh, okay. I had the number. Okay, that's what I'm curious.
What
So
did
I
Nina
had
get?
26
I rolled an 8.
for
An 8? Awesome. There you go. So
So
you got 8.
29.
Add 8 to your HP. Nina,
alright,
you
just
can
dropping
prepare
that
your
now.
spells, by the way. So throughout this week, make sure to prepare your spells for the next so that you can just get right into the adventure. You rolled. By the way, you put a point into wizard, correct? For
Correct.
Vesper, so you rolled a D6, right?
Yep, and I rolled a 2.
Okay. For a wizard,
Alright,
even 2 hit points is something.
Mm-mm.
Hey, you rolled really high in your original rolls, so it's
That's fair.
so like you're like.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, right? Your fighter gets a D10, T6, so you're not like squishy like a wizard. You're in like that crossbar. So you're also ranged, so I think you're making out like a bandit still, in my opinion, with your HP for your level. So yeah, you barbarian still obviously in a fighter for Jacqueline. Awesome. You got your extra attack, so both Jacqueline and Orion are going to be swinning like crazy.
yeah. 4
rule of-
attacks in
yeah.
a row.
Well, yeah, for one action turrets, yep. Rule of thumb, when you hold action, like I said, even though you have 2
It's only
attacks, it's only 1 in that because you're just reacting quickly. I know
Yeah.
some people are loosey-goosey with it. In my opinion, it's a reaction, not it's less of less time than even an action. The whole
No,
idea.
that's actually rules correct because it specifically says you make an attack, you do not take the attack action.
Exactly, but some people misinterpret it as, oh, I get to 2 attacks in attack. I'm holding my attack, swing. So I just preface it. The only exception to that is if you're holding your claws as the Path of the Beast, because the Path of the Beast has a rule where your claw, when you do a claw attack, you can do another claw in the same action, basically. So that's the only time you can do 2
in
swipes.
all fairness, when holding an action, you're using your reaction
Mm-hmm.
to attack.
Yes.
Now, as a question, Lynx,
Yes.
over the journey from when I acquired my horse to then, would you say I took care of the horse enough, or do you think I should take care of the horse more for the
Roll
thing?
one more animal handling check for me, just to see overall.
One more? Okay. Skills, animal handling.
Yes. And this is
Eh,
probably the
that's
last
an
roll
8.
tonight, right? You feel a bond. I will say, as you brush the creature, you notice it seems to be really relaxed in your presence, but you still have not fully grasped all the intricacies of maintaining a horse, but you feel there is a bond there. Not necessarily
Okay.
super deep bond, but there is a bond there. And those dreams that you've been having still linger when you sleep, and your horse is present in them ever so much. Any
Okay.
other questions you have before we wrap up?
I wanted to apologize. I took a lot of AFKs tonight, just quick ones.
That's fine.
But for a cool reason, we have like the porch of babies right now.
The
We
what?
leave food out. We have to leave food out for the neighborhood animals, and so they come by. And so we actually have, like, one of the cats came by and brought her 4 kittens by tonight. We also
Aw.
we also have we also saw like five. We have like 5 different raccoons that stop by, and they're like teenager to adult raccoons, but 2 of them are mamas. So there's at least 7 baby raccoons, and we have 2 baby possums that stop by. And so when the baby raccoon showed up, Amy went outside, and like a lot of them scattered. But there's a little fat,
Aw.
pudgy, super floofy raccoon that just wanted to eat and just sat and ate out of Amy's hand, and she was petting it.
Aw.
I do want to say also thank you guys. I made an error and revealed something that it shouldn't have, and I appreciate you guys still being in character and not just immediately like, oh, I now know it's there. I'm gonna change how my character acts like some people. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we would investigate the wagon. So I walk up to it and just be dumb and just face plant right into it.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate you. And again, there was something really worthwhile in there, and you gained some benefits. And like I said, I knew it was going to be a huge encounter. Whisper not necessarily super dangerous, and I just the wagon was going to be there at the end, and you were right there. So it was just one of those things where you have high enough perception, you would easily notice it with like a right. So you had time to
Yeah.
kind of react a bit up to it. Um, but yeah, I do appreciate you guys doing that. That's you guys are amazing for that. It shows you what kind of honorable. That's why I trust you to do dice rolls, because you're clearly not going to be, fudging the rolls as much, which I really do appreciate. And I want to thank you guys for letting me be your DM, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this adventure. As I will promise you, the traveling is done. Now you guys are in a city or town-esque area, and you have chances to A, explore it, and B, there's a lot of fun to have in this area. I do encourage you guys to in your off time maybe learn a little bit about the culture of Sorahas people a little bit, so you get a little bit an understanding of kind of their ways a bit, so you can go in with a little bit of knowledge. You don't have to necessarily know everything, but I do encourage a little bit of research, just make things go a little smoother. But
Okay.
you know, you guys are doing an amazing job. I know this went a little bit long. You guys want to sleep. I know Celeste over there is like, shut the fuck up and let me go. Um, but
Boundary never loaded up for me, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah, it didn't load it up for me either.
yeah, I'll know.
It's totally normal for me. I've gotten used to it by this
Yeah.
point.
We can worry about it next week. Maybe like before the session, like if me and Yulan can see if maybe we can figure out what's going on, But anyways, you
Next
guys.
week I'll try to remember to like if I'm working, I'll try to remember to like start loading it up before I leave for work, and then
Well, I
maybe
have
in
to load
the
it up first, so you'd have to let me know that hey, you want it to load up,
yeah.
and then I'd have to have it on all day, which is fine. I can do that, but if you just let me know, hey, I want to log on, I'll load up Foundry sooner just to see if it loads for you guys. Knowing that it takes
Okay.
forever for you guys to load, I can do that, but
Yeah.
I just need you guys to let me know, hey, I need to do this.
All right, it's been a long day. I'm getting
Yeah,
off. So
no.
y'all have a
Yeah.
wonderful night, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
night-night.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys are all amazing. And I really do appreciate you all. And I'm looking and you guys are good for next week? All of you?
Yeah, I'm good for next week. The no. Yeah, no, the one thing I'm glad that actually happened finally is turned undead on me. That actually worked.
That was kind of
Yeah.
funny, honestly.
Because the only thing I'm thinking of is just me running away was, have any of you seen JoJo?
No.
I do too.
JoJo Part 2. Hold on, let me see.
which by the way, I do have the Shore Undead now.
Yeah, no, that's why. Well, that's specifically why I wanted to ask if it does that, because if you did that, all of a sudden three spirits would be like,
Let's imagine this.
Nina, thank you. Here's a heroism for freeing us. But Orion's the one who did all the slaying, so they got the thingy. That's specifically why I was, and this is why I knew the encounter wasn't going to be that bad, was because I knew you guys had that. Okay, chaotic just poofed. Anyways, I need to wrap up stream. Is there anything you guys want to say before I wrap it up? Say goodbye to them, say anything, words of encouragement, anything like that?
Drink some damn water and take care of yourself. You guys
Yeah,
are
yeah, you
awesome.
hear that?
Thank you
Drink
for
some
doing
water.
I've been drinking my water.
Yes, good
So
old
you can
water.
too.
Be safe this weekend.
Yes,
Don't be stupid.
to the Canadians out there, hopefully you had a wonderful experience with Canada Day, and another year of Canada. Awesome. For the Americans out there who always forget about Canada Day, hopefully July 4th goes well. Remember, do not shoot your gun in the air, even though it sounds cool, because that leads to a lot of danger. Have a lot of fun with the barbecue. Be careful with fireworks. Don't hand fireworks to kids. And be safe. Love you all, and thank you for joining us. See you guys next week while we continue the adventure.